Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Marvel Champions live stream. Yeah, we're back. We are going to be playing Hulkling or Tigra today against probably some of our new villains. So we got Civil War that came with 4 new leader villains, which is Captain America, Iron Man, which are the 2 that we have played. I think we've lost against both of them actually, so we will have to break them back out. Then we have Spider-Woman and Captain Marvel as well. I believe Captain Marvel and Captain America are both on the resistance side, where Iron Man and Spider-Woman are on the registration side. I don't quite remember exactly, but I also have not read the comics. I just wish I could get my hands on Civil War. Are you Canada? Where are you at? Because I've heard that the delays in like Canada have been a little insane. And also in other spots in the world, which is just sad. Hello, hope you're doing well. Excited for Civil War expansion. Probably will live on November 20th in Costa Rica. Okay. I've been to Costa Rica. It's a very beautiful country. November 20th, which is a month from now. It's crazy that it's already October. I can't get over the fact that it's already October. But do you have Epic in Costa Rica? Do you have Trickster Takeover? Because I don't believe that Chris or in people in Canada, I don't know why I assumed Chris was in Canada, was also knows. I believe Canada doesn't have Trickster Takeover yet. England also does not have Civil War. Yeah, the distribution has been a little unfortunate. And like with all the regulations and the cost to get everything to the United States, you're in Texas. Okay, I have no idea why I thought you were in Canada. Do the FLGSs just not have it in Texas, or like what's going on? Where'd you go here in Costa Rica? Oh gosh, it was many moons ago. I went to. I couldn't tell you. We did a, like, we helped build a house somewhere inland, and then we did like part of the coast. We went to the zipline forest that was destroyed by the hurricanes a couple, maybe 5-10 years ago. We just don't have it. Interesting. Yeah. Just arrived Trickster Takeover? Okay, nice. I think I enjoy Enchantress more than Loki when it comes to the 2 that came in Trickster Takeover. I think Enchantress is a little bit more interesting. I did really like the massive multiplayer version of Loki. I thought that was pretty cool. But I think I prefer Enchantress. Yeah. Okay. So I figured out, I've been thinking a lot about hero reviews and how to do them, etc., etc. And what I've kind of realized is that, first, I love doing the hero reviews. I think that's probably one of my favorite things to do on the channel. And so why I could not find like motivation to like sit down and do them, I was struggling with understanding exactly why that is, and I think I have figured it out. The reason that I think the main switch came when we started releasing multiple heroes at a time. And so normally I guess is not the correct word, but historically what we would do is we would have one hero a month, and that was a cadence that I was very comfortable with in like reviewing heroes. Now when they release 2 heroes every other month, it feels like a lot, and I think I kind of got overwhelmed and like stressed out about having so much to do, and then I missed a couple, and then that snowballed into needing to do more because I had missed, like I don't even like haven't done like the shield stuff. So it's been a while since I've had a hero review, and I think I just kind of got in my head that I was doing or that I wasn't doing enough, and then that kind of like just snowballed into it. And I think what I've realized, and I actually had this realization playing Starlight 66 form in Spirit Island, where I just sat down and I played the same spirit, like, I think it was like 7 times in a row. And that, I'm realizing, is how I like to approach these games. I like to sink my teeth and kind of deep dive into a single hero or a single thing and figure it all out and then move on to the next one. And when there were two, I felt like I was splitting my attention and I felt like I never got to understand a hero well enough that I felt comfortable putting out a review on it. And so I think that's kind of my thought. So my solution to this is I'm just going to focus on one. And instead of trying to rush to get both of the hero reviews out, which inevitably leads to me not doing any of the hero reviews, we're going to just focus on a hero at a time, play them, crunch through them. It's very similar to the old content that we used to do on the channel, where we would kind of play through all aspects, really kind of get an idea, play them, stress test them against different heroes. And I think we were doing that with both heroes, but then I was running out of energy and motivation to continue on that train for two of them at a time. And so we're going to focus on one of them. And what we're going to do is we'll put out a community post on YouTube and we'll vote on it. And we did that, or I did that. I don't know why we kept saying we. I did that the other day. And last I checked, it was split 50-50. So I'm hoping that other people have gone to the community page and voted, because yeah, it's still 50-50. 321 votes, and Tigra and Hulkling are 50-50 matched. H-Rap it. We just started. We're about to dive into it. So I put out, should we deep dive into Tigra or Hulkling? And that was 50-50. So I think what we'll do is we'll pick one of them. We'll run through it. We will play them in the different aspects, stress test them, then I'll put out the hero review, and then we'll move on to the next one. Going forward, I still think that we will play both of them the first time when we, unbox them and play them, because I also really like that. But then we'll choose which one we want to kind of sink a little bit more time into first. And then there are a decent number of heroes that I still do not have hero reviews. I like how you knew I was trapping on you. Yeah, right. There's still a decent number of heroes that I do not have reviews on. Like, I'm thinking I don't have one on Groot, Adam Warlock, Spider-Woman of all people. Like some of my favorite heroes too that I just don't have reviews on. And so as we kind of start to whittle down the newer heroes on these reviews, I'll start adding in some of the older heroes like a Spider-Woman and a Groot, and then we can vote on exactly where we want to go next. I used to do this with kind of all the heroes, and that's how I organized how I would do the next hero review. I think I will do something very similar, just kind of limit it to like 2 to 4 responses based on the votes. So I think that's how we're going to be doing it going forward. As for Tigra or Hulkling, I guess we will roll a dice, or if chat has some very big opinions on which one we should go for today, I will listen, because I'm excited about both of them, honestly. Hulkling, alrighty, perfect, sounds good. Hulkling, I think, is the one that will take more time to figure out exactly how to play them the most effectively, or the most optimally. Just because they got so much going on. I think I will prefer Hulkling out of the two of them, but I do think I will like both of them. Tigra seems really interesting, but Hulkling just feels like my bread and butter. So I'm excited for that. So we will start with Hulkling and play him today. And I won't be able to get the hero review done this week because I'm going to MCDC on Thursday. And I have some stuff from my other job that I have to get done before I leave, but I will come back, and based on how I feel about Hulkling after MCDC, I will either continue to stream more Hulkling, figure out more about like his mechanics, where he thrives, where he struggles, which is a big part of it, and then move in. But I think that if I can spend more time focused on a single one, I can provide a higher quality hero review, which is, I think, where I want the channel to be. I don't like, I know that the the path to optimization and the best way that you can run a YouTube channel is quantity. That I've tried that over the last about year, and I'm realizing that that is not what I necessarily enjoy doing. And I would prefer to focus on making sure that I am comfortable with my thoughts around a hero before I push out a review just to try and get the review out sooner. And so that's what we're going to do. And I do believe that there will be heroes that take more time and less time to come to that consensus. I think Hulkling is going to take a little bit more time than, say, Spider-Woman, mainly because, one, I played Spider-Woman a lot more than I've played Hulkling. So when we get Spider-Woman back on the table, we'll definitely put her through the paces. But I don't know if I need to spend as much time in this section with like a Spider-Woman that I would with a new hero, because I've been playing Spider-Woman for multiple years. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts going forward. We'll see how it works out. But I like just thinking about it. I am more excited about this prospect than like trying to stress myself out to get all of them out, all of the hero reviews out. Front End Wizard, hello from the Netherlands. Nice. I love the Netherlands. We got a Civil War earlier, I guess. Mine arrived 2 weeks ago. Nice. I only have one game so far, but I love the theme and it looks fun for regular cooperative games. I agree. I think that potential hot take here, and we've only played 2 of the leaders or the new villains here. I think this may be one of the best expansions to just buy for content, because it's so mix and matchable. It has so many different modular sets that this potentially could be one of the expansions that I recommend first. Now, I don't know about the heroes, but if you're looking to expand kind of the villain side of the game, this one feels like a really good option to pick up. What game did you play? Which hero and or leader did you play against? What's up, Talon? Also love the modulars. Actually have a Loki game sitting at home waiting when he's corrupted some Avengers. That's cool. Yeah, I have it set up now that we're going to play Captain Marvel first and then Spider-Woman. And then I think we're going to bounce back to Captain America and Iron Man to get some more reps in with them. But I'm a big fan of the modulars as well. I think the modulars are pretty interesting. They all kind of work in their own little way, but they feel very splashable into other villains as well. I think it's hilarious. The 1A, when it's telling you to like set up the encounter deck, it's just like 3 or 4 mod sets. It's just like just whatever. Nice. What's up, Rob? Nice. Cool. So we will start out with Hulkling, and we are going to turn on the camera. I got the fan positioned in a different spot. I moved my lights around, so my glare is not as bad. Y'all still don't have a glare, which is the most important part. But I was having struggle with the top-down, or my view. I was having trouble seeing my tableau because it was just a straight glare for me. I could not see any of the cards, and I was realizing that maybe that would work if I had cards that I was very familiar with, but I don't know these heroes, so I think we got that figured out. But let's hop down to the table. Nice. Beautiful. And then this is my little balance mechanism there. So we got that. So we're going to start out with Captain Marvel and Hulkling. We played a protection deck with Hulkling during our first game with him, kind of a modified pre-con. And now I'm curious where we want to go from there. My initial thought is a justice build. I want to kind of exploit confuse and see how we can do that, because I think his alter ego side is very powerful, being able to tutor some of those different shapeshift upgrades, which are doubles, so you can either play them, get the ready, or just use them as a just kind of a resource generator, because anytime he's in alter ego, he's going to have 2 additional resources just by tutoring some of those cards. So that's my initial thought, was justice, and as we're playing through, we can figure out where we want to go next. I also have no idea if, like, actually, let me check. Is Captain Marvel 3? Just want to make sure she's not like steady. Okay, she's not. She's not stalwart. I was like, let's build a stun or a confused lock, and then she's stalwart. It's like, oh well, that's too sad. All right, so we got Teddy Altman. That's Sam's little brother. Also went Justice Hulkling with Earth Mightiest Heroes for the first time in a long time. Oh my, I feel like Earth Mightiest Heroes is going to make a comeback in this wave. We're getting a lot of new Avengers, which also means a lot of new Avenger allies. And Earth Mightiest Heroes seems solid. Did you do like a float like a butterfly Justice Hulkling, or how'd that work? Vigilant Justice, confused plus cards that deal damage to confused targets. I like the thought train, Brant. I like the thought train. Cool stuff. I also really like Impersonation, which is the card that allows him to flip. And I believe that he is going to like player side schemes, especially in True Solo, because an Impersonation can just clear the player side scheme, allow him to flip, get the double, and then he can flip right back. So I'm thinking Impersonation, potentially even a one way or another build. Are we trying to do too many things with one way or another and float like a butterfly? Or are we... I guess we can... There's only one way to find out. I have our doubles, which I think are not an auto-include in Hulkling. That being said, I have not run a Hulkling deck with the doubles, so we will be running a deck with the doubles at some point. I just don't know if it is this game. So what I think I would like to do is go through, figure out what the core of the deck kind of looks like, and then see if we want to run the doubles from there. Bonus King! Hey, what's up? How much support this new format will receive, even just getting more leaders and playing with that Civil War type setting? Are you talking about specifically for like PvP? One way or another is fine to draw cards. Just don't run Jessica Jones, Captain Britain, etc. Why not? And Captain Marvel there. We'll have the cards here. Alrighty. I'm just going to thumb through his cards just to kind of get a better idea, because I need to remember. I am excited about a Whiffin recursion strategy. I feel like that's going to be good. Shapeshifter Strike. Shapeshifter is such a good card. I gotcha. Fantasy Flight is doing weekly challenges again. Okay, that's cool. Did they just announce that today? We'll talk about that after this game, because that's interesting. I enjoyed those. I thought those were fun. Imitation Shape is really interesting. If you have a consistent confuse, that could be a really fun build. If we just try and go consistent confuse, run just all the confuse that we can possibly run. Imitation Shape, when an enemy would attack you, they scheme instead. It gives you +2 thwart. But if we just have a confuse on lock every single time, that seems cool. Enchantress, but start fully charmed. Interesting. That's kind of cool. So we actually may try that. I think we'll try that. I think we will try kind of sitting in an Intimidation Shape. Imitation Shape. I don't know why I cannot say imitation. It just goes to intimidation. Imitation Shape allow us to just lock down the villain. That seems kind of fun. Okay, so we want a lot of confuse. We're gonna grab Sonic Rifles. We're gonna grab X's. We're gonna grab Dazzlers, just to make sure that we always have that confuse on lock. Now, we could grab Professor X, but if we are running the strategy, he may not actually ever get to block, which may be fine, but we'll see. So let's go Cypher. After Cypher attacks and damages a confused enemy, you get to draw a card. I played Hulkling Protection against Captain America, and it was really fun. He really is such a cool puzzle. I'm really excited to try and figure out more of him because he seems like right up my alley. Let's grab a Dazzler. Go Chamber. Chamber is the one who takes -1 consequential damage after he attacks a confused enemy. Okay. That feels like a solid just start. I wanted to grab Professor X. What are the chances I actually have another Professor X? My favorite faux pas is... Oh, Platonic Blast. Nice. That's great. Then, we're definitely running one way or another. One way or another, Hulkling seems like a ton of fun because if you are in, let's call it just Intimidation shape, you're drawing 4 cards with a 0 cost. That seems intense. This is what happens when you have like 9 decks built. Let's go Superpower Training. Quinn Carrier. Yellow Jacket. After Yellow Jacket enters play, switch top 5 cards of your deck for an upgrade and add it to your hand. That feels like a decent card for Teddy. Iron Lad, when he uses basic power, exhaust an Avenger ally. Don't know if that's kind of the vibe we're going with right now. I feel like you want events to trigger the Hulkling upgrade response. I agree. What are our thoughts around assess the situation with Hulkling? Because it is a 0 cost event that allows you to trigger his shapes. But I'm gonna set it over here just as kind of a thought that we can consider. There's X. Alrighty. So we got that. Then let's grab Sonic Rifle. Actually, potentially 1 Sonic Rifle. But what about, is it Concussive Blow? Concussive Blow may be a better shout for a Confuse option because it's the event and it gets to trigger all of our upgrades. It's a classic if you need a deck filler and it works for his upgrades. Yeah. So I think we'll grab 1 Sonic Rifle. That'll be nice to have. Could also go upside. Ooh, I love Upside the Head. That's an amazing shout. I think I like that over Concussive Blow. I think I like that over... After your hero makes a basic attack and damages an enemy, confuse that enemy. If that enemy is already confused, stun it instead. Let's grab 2 of those. That's fun. That's real fun. I'm gonna grab an Under Surveillance just because we're running Intimidation shape. We do want to make sure that we have a little bit of headroom because all the treacheries that make them attack instead make them scheme. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Let's grab a Float. Float like a butterfly. 1 extra damage whenever you attack a confused enemy. I guess anybody attacks a confused enemy. Let's go one way or another. Let's just grab those. Those are really cheap events that are going to allow us to trigger his upgrades. I need a Skilled Investigator. It's going to be in my Groot deck, I think. I have to go through and make sure that I rebuild all of these decks. Skilled Investigator. We also got a Build Support, Specialized Training, probably just Skilled Investigator. Overwatch, Even the Odds, Spider-Man. Yeah, that seems good. Completely different direction for the deck, but you could go Imitation Form and play one way or another to draw 4. That is part of the deck, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we did grab 3 copies of one way or another for that specific reason because it sounds awesome. I'd run Scare Tactics, and the one that the villain schemes and then you deal damage. Those events get less play, so fun to use them here. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Scare Tactics is... I always get Scare Tactics and think Fast confused. Deal 3 damage to a confused enemy for a 1 cost event. I like it. That fits the vibe here. Let's grab 2 of those. Has anyone found any like staples that just have to go in Teddy's deck, regardless of aspects? So like any basic staples that we're finding? I feel like Quinn Carrier is pretty decent. I'm a little hesitant on Swift Retribution. I'm scared I don't have enough Confuse in the deck. I very well may. But I always just get a little intimidated by not having enough Confuse and making him scheme. What does that put us at? 2, 4, 6, 8. We've got 7 cards left. I think we will go assess the situation. So we got 4 cards left. I do want to grab... Let's grab a Nick. Just looking at card draw stuff. Hi, MC from Canada. We met last week at Dandelions. Hey, DJ. This situation has been my staple. I can also see Blade, EMH becoming a staple. Yeah, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, exhaust an Avenger to ready an Avenger. That seems good, yeah. Such a situation can also become a clean +1 when you have... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's fun. What are our thoughts around Depth Focus? Do we like Depth Focus in Teddy, or are we finding that we don't really need it? Also, I just want to make sure that all the cool new cards, I want to make sure that we're not missing out. Face the Past. I don't like Super Squirrel. He scares me. Assess is a staple for sure. Sick. You run Deft. You run Deft. Try it. I think we said we were going to run it last time and we forgot to. Let's grab a Deft Focus. It's cheap, so it doesn't need to hit every turn to be worth it. Fair. Especially with so much card draw. Like, I think we can find a card to use Depth Focus on. Yeah, 50-50 depending on deck scenario. That makes sense. What about Justice Served? What if we run 2x Justice Served? Because if we're going to be sitting in imitation shape, we're going to have 3 threat, which is going to remove the majority of threat, or clear the majority of side schemes, meaning that we get to ready our hero and just get more activations out of it. Could also go like Heroic Intuition. Could be an interesting addition here. Or potentially just more allies to block. We have an... Oh, no. Our block is Confuse Lock. I need to remember that. Block is Confuse Lock. Turn the Tide. Turn the Tide is... I think Turn the Tide. 0 cost event. So really easy to trigger. If we have a 3 thwart, we're probably going to be able to thwart down any side schemes. Also triggers off of impersonation or whatever that card is. Sus is essentially net 0 with shapeshift. Oh yeah, with the ability. Yeah. That's a good way to look at it. I think I want to run Turn the Tide here. I feel like that it's just like a lot of damage, especially if we are in like Hulk form. Now it's we thwart down, we turn the tide. Now if we are using his event to thwart, we will be in Alter Ego, which does not allow us to trigger this. Professor X and the 4-cost X-Men ally Dazzler, that confuses. Yeah, those are in there. I'm gonna grab Turn the Tide. I think it will work, but I am, now that I'm saying it out loud. You don't have, true, very very true. I feel like I want to though. I want to go get that double. I want to go get more money. Money is fun. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you. If I put this, I need to find a spot to put this somewhere. If I put this here, like, it doesn't create a shadow anymore. Cool. Alrighty, well, let's dive in and play our first Justice game with Teddy. Don't think you need Quinn Carrier. I think I would cut Death Focus before Quinn Carrier. I could see us not needing Quinn Carrier 100%. I could see that. If you're confusing anyway, the free flip is less valuable. True. Very true. Oh, did I shuffle the main schemes into here? I didn't. I must have just pulled them out, thinking that, hey, we'll figure it out later. Okay, so Captain Marvel is a blue, so we'll grab, I guess we'll just do a random 1A and a random 2A. Why not? In competitive mode, the enemy team finds the choosing side scheme. In cooperative mode, they find the chosen leader side scheme and reveal it. So Captain Marvel's side scheme is Alpha Flight Station. It comes in with 3 threat. It has an amplified token. It says when defeated, place 3 counters on energy channel. At least not a Star Wars steady. Yeah. Run Deft and Sense of Justice. I could see that. I could see that. Captain Marvel comes in with 18 whopping hit points. So we got 10, 15, 18. Teddy has the, what we would call rudely designed 13 hit points. And Captain Marvel says, set up the enemy team finds energy channel and attaches it to Captain Marvel. And then after Captain Marvel attacks and defeats a character, place 1 energy counter on energy channel. So this will be a fun build for this deck. I think the idea is that she doesn't really attack too much. It'll still remove the counters, but she won't attack you. One thing to know is that you can negate her energy channel force response with a stun. Interesting. Okay. So energy channel says after a leader, hero, or ally attacks Captain Marvel, replace an energy counter here. Then if there are at least 4 counters here, remove all of them. Then she attacks that character and they gain overkill. Whoa, okay, well that's mean. Especially because she starts out with a 2 scheme and a 2 thwart. So if she is stunned, so I guess also if we're in imitation shape, she would scheme instead. Right? Because whenever she would attack, she schemes instead. So Alpha Flight Station, we probably want to clear when we have 3 counters here, because you get to remove all of them. She would scheme with overkill. That's great. If there's, each minion gains guard. Alrighty. Each minion gains guard. So we have Rallying Call. I really like the modular encounter deck. That's cool. So if she schemes with overkill, does any excess threat go onto a side scheme, or it goes on to the next stage? And if you lose based off that, it's actually a threat that you have to place at the setup of your next game. And our energy channel doesn't pop until you attack. Oh, okay. Yep, that makes sense. So yeah, the force response is after the attack, not after the placement of counters. That's really important. I would have definitely missed that. Cool. It can have more than 4. But it doesn't really... Oh, I do different cards take into account how many counters are on energy channel? I was like... That could be a reason to not let it just build up. Hulkling... Alrighty. No. I don't think that our initial play is... There's a healing one? Okay, cool. I don't think that our initial play is a imitation shape. There are cards like that. Sweet. Thanks. Mainly because I don't think I want to start out Captain Marvel scheming. I think I want to build up a confused engine first. So that's kind of my thought. We start out with 5 cards. Got Shapeshifter Strike, Winged Shape. So we get +1/+1/+1, gain the aerial trait. After you play an event, we can exhaust this to remove 2 threat from a scheme. We got Turn the Tide. We got One Way or Another, and we got Armored Shape. So we're definitely going to keep these as well as One Way or Another. I think we're going to mulligan Shapeshifter Strike. Potentially could go with we're going to keep Turn the Tide. Yeah. We'll draw into a Hulk. Jeez, wow. We just got all the shapes. Alrighty, we'll use our skin changer, our shape changer to go grab the last one. We'll just have them all. Why not, right? Alrighty. Jeez. All of the doubles. Let's go ahead and flip up here to Hulkling. So force response after a shapeshift upgrade enters play under your control, discard each other shapeshift upgrade you control and ready Hulkling. Sounds good. So let's go ahead and let's thwart 1 off of Alpha Flight Station. Let's go ahead and use Armored Shape to play Winged Shape. So that's going to give us a +1/+1/+1 in the aerial trait. And after we play an event, we can exhaust Winged Shape to remove 2 threat from a scheme. You did say you wanted the doubles. That is very true. And I got what I asked for. When this enters play, my chosen shapes readies me. And then we're going to play One Way or Another. So searching encounter deck for a scheme. Reveal that side scheme. Draw 3 cards. So we got Arrest Order. Hinder 1. Defeating player deals the topmost shield minion in the encounter discard pile to themselves as a face-down encounter card. That seems pretty good. When defeated, the enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a copy of Unregistered Suit. I don't think I want that. Each minion gains guard. Shield Patrol is interesting. That's already a thing, so I don't know if I care too much about getting that out of the encounter deck. Each identity gains the unregistered trait. I think we're going to go with the Arrest Order. So we will place the Arrest Order out with 4 threat, 3 hinder 1. I'm going to draw 3 cards. So we got Death Focus, Under Surveillance, and Upside the Head. Then I'm going to trigger Winged Shape to remove 2 threat from Arrest Order. So that's fun. Okay. I think we go Hulk Shape over Imitation Shape right now, just because we don't necessarily have the Confuse ready to go. But I think first I want to thwart Arrest Order. So that's going to clear there. There's that. I think I go Under Surveillance. So I could play Turn the Tide. The other option would be to like play Upside the Head and Death Focus. That could be the play. instead of dealing the 3 damage, I could do upside the head. And I would actually get to trigger Hulk shape. So I'm actually not going to trigger Turn the Tide on that because I think I'd rather get Death Focus out. Slam. Imitation, just play under surveillance. I like the confidence. Alrighty. So we got that. We've still not attacked Captain Marvel. So we're going to go ahead and use Intimidation shape. Let's just call it Intimidation shape to play Hulk shape, discarding Wing shaped. And then that's going to ready Hulkling. We're going to use Turn the Tide to play a Death Focus, which can reduce the cost of our next superpower. And then we are going to attack. We do have +2 attack from the Hulk shape. So we're going to attack Captain Marvel for 3. Whenever we attack, we have to put a counter on energy channel. And then we are going to use Under Surveillance to play upside the head. After your hero makes a basic attack and damages an enemy, confuse that enemy. If it was already confused, we would stun it. And then that's going to trigger Hulk shape to deal 2 more damage. Seems like a decent turn. Decent opening. I guess that's what happens when you draw 4 doubles in your opening hand and a one way or another, but still. All right, let's stand up. Hulk has Scare Tactic. Beautiful. Float. Beautiful. One way or another. Love it. Scare Tactic again. And a Shapeshifter Strike. Cool. Let's go ahead and throw 1 threat here. Captain Marvel is going to attack us for 2, 3 with the Amplify plus a boost card. We're just going to take it on the chin. It's going to be 4 total damage, which takes us down to 9. Then our encounter card, Bounty Hunting. Discard 1 card from your hand at random if you have the unregistered trait. Place 1 threat on the main scheme for each resource icon on that card. Probably Scare Tactic. These Scare Tactics make me sick. Can anyone name the band? I'd be shocked. It's very gettable, but it's like that's a very wild random reference. Okay. One way or another, if I can't get a hold of all starter decks in Lord of the Rings, is it worth to buy 2 of them? Or should I get the hero expand? I think I would say I would go with the starter decks. I think you're going to get better bang for your buck for 2 of them versus 1 hero expansion. You're going to get a more cohesive kind of deck build. That being said, I don't think you can go wrong with either option. Alright, one way or another. Let's do it. Bring out You're Dead. The band was The Wonder Years, by the way. If anyone was curious. Don't remember the song right now. Each minion gains guard. It does have another amplify, which is a little scary. Because I think I could die pretty quickly. But each minion already has guard based off of our rallying call main scheme. Where are all the side schemes? When defeated, the enemy team searches in counter deck for a copy of unregistered supers and deals it to the defeating player. I don't think I want to deal with that. Each identity gains the unregistered trait. That's probably not a bad thing. What's the worst that could happen, right? What's up, Squirt? Good evening. That's going to come in with 4. We get to draw 3 cards. Dazzler, Sonic Rifle, and Assess Situation. Hulk Shape will deal 2 damage. It is not an attack, so it does not trigger Energy Channel. Okay. Okay, so I can use Dev Focus to help pay for Shapeshifter Strike, which will deal effectively 7 damage to Captain Marvel. 8 damage because we'll play Float like a butterfly, but we'll get to ready Hulk shape and use it again. So that's a lot of damage to get out there. Then I think I flip. I was like, but I may die. I'm like, yeah, I just flip down. It doesn't matter. If I flip it down, I can go grab a double, which changes the math a little bit. I still think I play Assess and Float, and then I could use... Yeah, I still think so. Do I have 54 life? No, this is 9. This is 9. I wish. 54 Knight would be crazy. Counter get that giving us traits has never been bad, right? No. See, what they're trying to do is incentivize you to run Strength and Diversity. There you go. Alrighty, let's use Death Focus and a Dazzler to play Shapeshifter Strike. Deal, actually first, sorry. Scare Tactic and Sonic Rifle. We'll play... Hold on. If I use that, I would have the double. I think I'm going to... If I hold on to Float, I could actually play this Sonic Rifle with the double that I grab and Assess, but then I have the Sonic Rifle on the table. So I think I would prefer that over the 1 extra damage this round by putting Float onto the table. I think I'd rather have the Consistent Confuse, play Float next turn with the card that we pull next turn. And yeah, so we're not going to play Float. We'll go ahead and just play Shapeshifter Strike using a Death Focus and a Dazzler. So that's going to be 5 damage to Captain Marvel, which is going to increase her energy channel. And then we get to ready and then use Hulk shape to take her down to 4. Not an attack. Okay. Do I attack her? Yeah, well, I like... I'll go ahead and attack her for 3. Take her down to 1. Oh, I bet she's going to have the same text as all of the rest of them where she cannot take any more damage that phase when we flip her. So we will have to be cognizant of that. I really like that, though. I think that's a really fun text to have. Is there a way in Marvel Champions to make higher max HP? Yes. Yeah, so we got like Endurance and Symbiote Suit, which are 2 basic cards. We have cards like Frontline Specialist, which is a linked cards to specialized training. We have a lot of hero cards will do it. And then we have a lot of new of the conditioning cards in this newest expansion. Let me grab one. So like Athletic Conditioning says that you get +3 hit points as well as +1 attack. So yeah, there are some ways. And then there's a lot of cards in green that play off of if you have at or over your max hit points. So that's an archetype that they were trying to play around with for a little bit. We'll flip down to Teddy. We'll go ahead and grab Imitation Shape. We'll use Imitation and Scare Tactic to play Sonic Rifle. Then we'll play Assess Situation for +1 hand size, and we'll hold Float. Yeah, I think probably Hulk, right? He starts with 18. He has a card that gives him +4, 22. You can go 32 with Symbiote Suits, 36 with Frontline Specialist, 39 with... Oh, geez. Yeah, 39 with Endurance. Aggressive Conditioning, 42. Honorary cards could get him up to like a 30 or 45. I think that 46, I guess you can play Honorary Avenger on him. That's cool. We get 6 cards. X. Assess. Oh, we have to ready. One way or another. We've been hitting those one way or another's amazing. Now that's what now this is pod racing. Impersonation, beautiful, beautiful. This is once per round, less beautiful. And a superpower training. Cool. We're going to add 2 threat to the main here. Captain Marvel is confused. Then our encounter card is Paladin. Quick Strike and Toughness. We are an alter ego, so the Quick Strike does not go off. When revealed, discard 1 card from your hand at random if we had the unregistered trait, which we do. We lost X. That's sad. And he has Tough. Okay. Well, that's fun. Yikes. That'll probably be fine. All right, let's go ahead and grab... Where do we want to go? What does our life look like? Do we want to go potentially even winged shape? I don't think we're really touching Captain Marvel this round. I think we're probably... I'm a little scared of imitation shape right now because I don't think I can get out of it. Yeah, let's grab wing shape. What's up, chicken? Now imagine getting She-Hulk that high health and oh, that's cool. That's fun. That's real fun. Warlock could also have a lot of HP with the conditioning. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he could bring all of the toys. That's fun. That's real fun. Okay. Let's go ahead and flip up to Hulk. Yes, I will call him Hulk the rest of the time. I will not be taking notes. Let's play one way or another. What's the worst that could happen? I think whatever I grab, I'm going to grab the Shield Patrol. Each minion gains guard. We already have that, so that I don't think it's going to be too bad. The Amplify is tough, but whatever. We could Hulk shape to blast Captain Marvel into stage 4 if we wanted to. She becomes steady in stage 4. I don't think I want to do that. So let's Hulk shape to knock the tough off of Paladin. Let's go ahead and Hulk smash for 3 here on Paladin. Oh, yeah, we have to draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Shapeshifter, let's go. Silly card. Silly card. Okay, let's use Impersonation and a Deaf Focus. Let's hold off on that, sorry. Okay, so I think... Let's play Shapeshifter. Search our deck and discard pile for a Shapeshift upgrade and add it to our hand. Or do I want to play... No, I think we're good. We'll grab Imitation Shape. We may actually play all of them. Let's go assess the situation and a superpower training to play wing shape. That's going to ready Hulk. Give us +1/+1/+1. I'll go ahead and attack to take out Paladin. Get rid of him. We've got Def Focus, Impersonation to play Impersonation. And that's going to remove 4 threat from the main. Let's go ahead and clear that. Winged Shape is going to go ahead and clear 2 threat off of Government Contractor. Now let's take it off of Shield Patrol. I'm not flipping. We're going to go Turn the Tide and Float to play Intimidation Shape, which will ready us. When an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. I'm going to use a Sonic Rifle to confuse Captain Marvel. And then Hulk is going to thwart for 3. From Government Contractor. We have a skilled investigator coming up, and that's kind of what I'm banking on. Alrighty, we got a Quinn Carrier, Armor Defense, Assess the Situation, Alien Physiology, and Nick Fury. Nice. 1 threat on the main. Captain Marvel is going to attack, but instead she is going to scheme, but she is confused. Then our encounter card is a shield soldier. Put the topmost shield minion in the encounter discard pile into play. Engage with you. I don't have any shield minions, so that will not happen. But it does have guard. I'm going to play Assess Situation for +1 hand size and allows me to draw a card, which is a Shapeshifter Strike. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and use Quinn Carrier, Armor Defense, and Nick Fury to play Alien Physiology. It's a resource generator. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't have to do that. Hold on. Because it's a superpower. I'm going to use Def Focus. Quinn Carrier and Armor Defense to play Alien Physiology, which is a resource generator. It says we can exhaust it to generate a wild resource or a double wild resource if you're playing for the Hulkling card. And Brant, now I see why you're saying that we probably don't need Quinn Carrier. I forgot about Alien Physiology. He has a Quinn Carrier in his kit. Okay. We'll go Alien Physiology to play Shapeshifter Strike. We'll deal 5 damage to the shielded soldier. We get to ready, and then we will use this to draw a card, which is a Yellow Jacket. Hulk still has 3 thwart. I'll go ahead and take out Government Contractor. This should actually be a 2. And then we'll confuse with the Sonic. Okay. Hold on to Nick, but toss Yellow Jacket, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. And Assess Situation gives us 6 hand size. So we got Nick Fury, Skilled Investigator, Armor Defense, Whiffin. Beautiful. Oh, I forgot about Whiffin. Whiffin's so good because we can use Whiffin to go grab the Shapeshifter event card, which gets us a double, which we can switch out of silly upside the head and a Cipher. Nice. One threat here on the main. Captain Marvel is going to attack us, but instead she is confused. And then we've got an encounter card, which is Bounty Hunting. Discard one card at random, or from your hand, at random if you have the unregistered trait. We did get rid of that. Place one threat on the main scheme for each resource icon on that card. We'll get rid of Armored Defense and go to 4 here. Beautiful. These are all ready. Okay. I'm liking Hulkling. Okay. Alien Physiology will play Within, which will go grab us. We can search our deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to our hand. We're going to grab Shapeshifter. We're going to play Shapeshifter to search our deck and discard pile for a Shapeshift upgrade and add it to our hand. Where Hulk form? Do you like Hulkling better than Tigra? I've only played one full game with Hulkling, 95% of a game with Tigra because I had to leave early, and this is my second game with Hulkling. My prediction is that yes, I will like Hulkling more than Tigra, but who knows? I've been very wrong before. Okay, so interesting idea. What if we go with a armored shape, and the Retaliate 1 will knock Captain Marvel into stage 4 in the villain phase, meaning that we're not missing out on too much of a phase where she cannot take damage. I think we're going to do that. Let's grab Armored Shape. We'll trigger Intimidation to draw into Altman Residence. I really like Altman, but I don't think that I'm going to play this. I think our game is pretty close to being finished at this point. Let's play Skilled Investigator. Let's go ahead and thwart after a side scheme is defeated. Yeah, that's fine. So let's go ahead and have Within thwart Shield Patrol. I'm going to clear here. He's going to take a damage. We will exhaust Skilled Investigator, draw the last card in our deck, which is Chamber. We'll get an encounter card. I am curious about those who have been able to play. Which one are you enjoying more, Hulkling or Tigra? My guess is that the community will like Hulkling more. Okay. Upside the Head, Cypher, Altman Residence, and Chamber will play Nick Fury. We'll draw 3 cards. Turn the Tide, and Float Like a Butterfly. Okay. Hulk will go ahead and thwart this down to 1. We'll go Turn the Tide and Float to play a Armored Shape, which will ready Hulk. I'm going to use Hulk's 1 thwart here to pull off Rallying Call. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? Actually, no. First, sorry. Nick will thwart here on Alpha Flight Station. That'll clear here and put 3 counters onto Energy Channel. Then we will use Hulk to thwart 1 there. We'll play Turn the Tide to deal 3 damage, which will push Captain Marvel into stage 4. When reveal, deal each player an encounter card. Yikes. She cannot take more damage this phase. Then after she attacks and defeats a character, place an energy counter on energy channel. I did attack her. So real quick, I'm going to heal up to 11. And then we're going to remove all of these, and she's going to attack us with overkill. So it's going to be 3 plus 1, so 4 total damage. We're at 11. We'll go down to 7. Nice. Personally, I see myself playing Hulkling more. He's probably more variability in deck building. Yeah. Will retaliate trigger if an ally blocks for your hero? It will not. No. Yeah, if the ally has retaliate and survives the attack, it will trigger. But the character who has retaliate has to be the one to take the attack for it to trigger. We need 8 damage here. All right, let's stand up. We're going to be taking a lot of damage. We got a sus situation, under surveillance, one way or another, winged shape, beautiful, and a scare tactic. 2, 4, 5. Let's add 1 threat here. Marvel is going to attack us. We'll block with Nick. It'll be 3, 4, 5. It's going to take out Nick Fury. Then we got 3 encounter cards, so that's kind of exciting. First up, Paladin's Pistol attached to Paladin, otherwise attached to the enemy leader. When the attached character attacks, this attack gains range and overkill. Discard this card after the attack. It's +2. Okay, well, that's fun. Okay, I love that. Exhaustion Surge, exhaust your identity. Joke's on you, I forgot to ready. And then we got Heroes for Hire. When defeated, the enemy team searches the encounter deck and discard pile for unregistered supers. Deals it to the defeating player as a face-down encounter card. Comes in with 4. And then we've got Cosmic Flight. When Captain Marvel would take more than 3 damage from an attack, reduce that amount to 3, then discard that card, +1 attack. Also, she has 22 health. Okay. Well, that's kind of exciting. Cool. Fun. I don't think there's actually another card in that deck. Or another side scheme in that deck. I think we've pulled them all. Okay. We do have an assess situation, which we'll just go ahead and play. We'll heal 2 damage to go up to 522 health. Let's go ahead and use Alien Physiology to play Winged Shape, which will ready Hulkling. Couple options. We could actually, I'm probably not jump blocking with Within anyways because Captain Marvel has overkill based on the Paladin's Pistol. So she's attacking me for 5, 6 damage. That's not good. Cool. Let's go ahead and have Within go ahead and thwart 2 off of Heroes for Hire. And then Hulkling will go ahead and thwart 2 off of Heroes for Hire. We have to go find unregistered supers. Just checking the... Unregistered supers. Your identity gains the unregistered trait. As an alter ego action, discard an identity-specific card from your hand to discard this card. So that's coming to us as a encounter card next round. So that's not the end of the world. And Skilled Investigator triggers to draw us a card, which is very interesting. Yes. That seems fun. We should do that. Heck yeah. Very cool. Okay, let's go ahead and use Def Focus and Scare Tactics to play Impersonation. remove the threat here. Flip down to alter ego, because if it removes the last threat, we get to change to alter ego form. Then we're going to go find armored shape. Whiff instead. I kind of like armored shape because we're about to get hit for so much, so just getting the +2 defense here feels decent. Because I believe I will be blocking. Or this is what we do. We still go armored shape, but we use armored shape to play under surveillance, and we let her scheme, and we stay in alter ego form. I'm going to toss one way or another. I'm pretty sure we've depleted that deck. And then we're in alter ego form if we want to get rid of this unregistered supers. But I'm thinking, based on what we draw, there's a good chance that we can rush her down with a Hulk shape play next turn. Because if we draw some of his attack events, we're feeling pretty good. So let's go ahead and stand up. We have assess, so we have 6 hand size. Another assess. Shapeshifter, beautiful. It's such a good card. Armor defense would have been nice if we had flipped up. There's Shapeshifter Strike. There's the first one. Dazzler. And a one way or another. Add a threat. Captain Marvel is going to scheme for 2, 4. So we go up to 5 out of 11. Then we've got unregistered supers. We gain the unregistered trait. We can discard an identity-specific card to discard this card. And we've got Nowhere Safe. Place a pursuit counter, discard an upgrade or support. It's going to be Skilled Investigator. Okay, nice. Let's grab Hulk shape. Hulk shape seems good. We could get rid of unregistered super. Or we just roll the dice and hope that we are fine. That also seems good. Shapeshifter is silly. Shapeshifter is silly. Cool. I think there's a world in which we actually go into intimidation shape, confuse, and so we can just continue to postpone this. So let's try and do that, and I think that's probably where we want to be. We're at 9 health. We're happy with that. Let's flip up to Hulkling. Okay, how do we want to do this? Do I care about the main? I don't think I do, because I have... I don't know. Okay, so let's go ahead and go ahead and attack Captain Marvel for 2. It's going to trigger Energy Channel for 1. Okay. Let's use Alien Physiology to play Hulk shape. Okay. We'll play Shapeshifter. We get to go find Intimidation shape. Hulk shape triggers, takes her down to 18. Which are the most important hero decks to buy in Mutant Genesis? Cyclops. Cyclops is so good. How much of my very first Nelson stream have I missed so far? 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 47 seconds. Or half a game. Or 75% of a game. Welcome, by the way. That's exciting. I'm so happy you're here. Have you broken into Civil War yet? Tigra sets up super fast. That's why people will like about her. Yeah, she does seem like a just go hero. Which is really cool. Okay. I want to... We're ready when Hulk came into play. I think that's our play. I think we're not... I did flip this turn. So we're looking at taking a pretty big hit, which is very sad. Is there any way to force her into scheming? There is with imitation shape. If I attack 1, 2, 3, she would attack me. I'm not about that life. I think I want to attack for 3. Go down to 14. Energy channel there. Is there another side scheme in that deck? That would solve everything. I'm just scared of this big hit that's coming. But I think I just switch her into scheming, and then we'll call it a day. Not arrived in the UK. Yeah. Hopefully soon. Still need to watch your new Lord of the Rings playthrough. I have a Saga. Saga is so much fun in Lord of the Rings. I love it. It's so good. Okay, let's use armor defense in one way or another to play intimidation shape. It's going to ready Hulk. Get rid of Hulk shape. So now when an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. We're going to go ahead and thwart for 3 here to take this down to 2. We are going to use assess. We're going to play assess the situation. Intimidation shape will draw us a card, which is going to be superpower training. I agree. Assess situation is really good. There should be number of encounters. Oh, number of encounters +1. Good call. Thank you. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're all out. Nice. Good call, Fate. Okay. Let's use Dazzler and Def Focus to play Shapeshifter Strike. It's going to deal 5 damage to Captain Marvel. And it's going to ready, and then we will exhaust to draw a card with Intimidation Shape, which is going to be another Shapeshifter Strike. Alrighty. I was going to just throw out Superpower Training, but I think instead... I think I still will put Superpower Training out because I can thwart it down and immediately ready when Hulk form comes into play. And I do think I want Hulk form back. Or is Shapeshifter Strike just worth... I think Shapeshifter Strike is worth the Hulk form. Getting 5 damage there. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just hold Superpower Training. And we will stand up. How is not Hulk? Not Hulk. I like it. Really well. Not Hulk is thriving in justice. We were gonna go with the float like a butterfly. I have not played float like a butterfly, but I've been able to use like a confuse lock and flipping into imitation stance, which forces Captain Marvel to scheme instead of attack whenever she would attack me, which is interesting. And so I've been like status locking her, but just through confuse. Got upside the head, one way or another, Quinn Carrier, Sonic Rifle, and a Professor X. Nice. I'm going to add tooth right here. Captain Marvel is going to scheme because imitation for 2, 4. Takes us up to 8. Then our encounter card is another unregistered super. We have double unregistered super. Or double cool. That doesn't work. Ooh, I could Sonic Rifle it. Excellent. Or I could Professor X it. Doesn't matter. Do I care? Okay. We're going to use one way or another upside the head and Quinn Carrier to play Professor X. No, Sonic Rifle. We're actually going to hold on to, we're going to use X. So we're going to use these 3 to pay for Sonic Rifle. We'll use Sonic Rifle to confuse Captain Marvel. Beautiful. Okay. We will Alien Physiology. No, that doesn't work. I mean, it does, but it doesn't work like I want it to. I'm going to have upside the head. I'm going to play one way or another, which will whiff, but will trigger imitation shape to grab Yellow Jacket. Worth a shot. Let's go Alien Physiology to play Shapeshifter Strike to deal 5 damage to Captain Marvel, which will add here, which she will scheme, removing her confuse. And then we get to Ready and Exhaust to play to grab Assess Situation. Oh, she's steady. That's not great. Okay, so she's scheming for 2. I'm going to have thwarted first. And then I'm going to have played X instead of the Sonic Rifle. And have him have thwarted down to 2. And she is still half confused. Good call. Thank you. 1 damage here. And she's scheming for 2, 4. So we go up to 6. Good call. We'll play Assess. And we'll pitch Yellow Jacket. So we will pop the main here, but I still think that that's better than... I still think that that's fine. Actually, you know what? No. If we're going to pop the main, we're going to hold on to this. We're going to flip down to Alter Ego. We'll use a ability to go grab one of our doubles, Hulk shape, and then we'll play Yellow Jacket. Play only if you have the Avenger trait. We don't have the Avenger trait anymore. Never mind. We will still go down. We'll still play assess, but we'll just stay in alter ego. Cool. We should be fine. We should be fine. Stand up. We get 6 cards, 2, 4, encounter card. Steady is brutal. I was more excited for Tigra because I love the more simple to learn characters. I just know I love Hulkling in the long run. Nice. Could clear one of those obligations. Oh, I could. Yeah. No. Oh, I could grab a double and then clear it. Great call. Yes. Thank you. I did play an assess, so we get 2 more cards, leaving us with a scare tactic, shapeshifter strike. So we have lethal when we're ready. We're going to go up to 8. Captain Marvel will scheme for 2, 5, which will pop. After a status card is placed on the enemy leader, place a threat here. We lose at 9. Comes in with 0. And we've got 2 encounter cards. First one is bring them in. Exhaust each unregistered identity. Otherwise, the enemy team. Cool. And then we've got rapid response. Discard cards from the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. If you're in alter ego form, place threat on the main scheme equal to that minion's scheme. 1. Okay. You don't reveal it. You just place a threat on it. That's kind of interesting. Steady is easily my most forgotten play role. Yeah, same. Alrighty. We'll flip up and we will play Shapeshifter Strike for lethal. Hulkling, this was very much a control deck. I felt like I was kind of in control pretty much the entire game. I never really felt, I felt like I always had an option. I felt like he's like this like sneaky character that like it's like, oh, we can, oh my gosh, we're gonna get hit for like 6 plus a boost card with overkill, and it's like, well, just make Captain Marvel never attack. And like it's just like he feels like he has a lot of like ways to get out of specific situations, and then just getting the cards to get him out of those situations, I think is kind of where he's going to where the fun comes in. So that was fun. That was real fun. I enjoyed Hulkling. Nice. I think next, lots of versatility. Lots and lots of versatility. Yeah. The SS to grab those doubles is super. Yes. And then being able to use them as doubles or use them as a free ready. Or not a free ready, but a ready, because you can play them ready, change up stats, get more benefits from playing events. It's just a lot of really cool and really interesting situations going on. I think I want to go to leadership next. I think his leadership build will be kind of fun. There's going to be some like recursion in my mind. There's going to be some recursion with like a within. Now it's only whenever you play from your hand, but we do have like the med lab or the R&D, like the lab that allows us to play from hand, which seems kind of interesting. But first I want to talk about exactly what J Venom just brought up. FFG bringing back weekly one-shots. Yeah. So FFG just announced weekly one-shots, which is something that they did months ago. They did say that they were done with them. I don't quite recall why they stopped, but I really enjoyed the one-shots. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at this week's one-shot and kind of theorize about it a little bit. I've heard what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and pull it up. And you can typically find these on like Facebook. They post them on Instagram. They post them on, I think those are the 2 main places that they post them. They may post them on the website as well. I'll just check that real quick. So Fantasy Flight Games. Agree. It does not look like there is a post about it on their website. So I will I'll go to Facebook. I have it so that like it times me out, and I can only access like Facebook. Reddit and Discord they also post. Okay, sweet, nice. Um, but yeah, so I can only access like Facebook like 3 times a day or 4 times a day or something. I love that they're back. They inspire such interesting like creativity among deck building and everything. But we got the new weekly one shot. Weekly one shots 2025. Was the last one in 2024? This year has flown by. This year has absolutely flown by. Okay, so welcome to a new round of Marvel Champions weekly one-shots. Each week we'll be posting a new challenge for fans of the game to test their skills against. First challenge this time around is Irresistible Charm. Defeat Enchantress scenario. Defeat the Enchantress scenario as any hero. Sorry. After setup, place 5 charm counters on the enchantment card in each player's play area, which immediately flips that card over, and you start enthralled, which is pretty cool. So you do need the Trickster Takeover scenario pack. I think my first slight hesitation with them doing it with this expansion is that the world doesn't necessarily have the expansion yet, and so that's a little sad, but it is kind of cool. It's a cool setup. It's very mild, but you start enthralled, and those enthralled cards, just grab them actually. So we got the Hypnotic Gaze. So we have a couple of options. We can make it so that when revealed, you're stunned. And then all of them have a forced action that you have to take before your player phase ends. So it's like heal a damage from Enchantress to draw a card, then discard a card. Give Enchantress a face-down boost card to ready your identity. Place 1 threat on the main scheme. Remove 2 threat from a side scheme. That's kind of a cool Trance of Pride. Exhaust this card to take 1 indirect damage to deal 2 damage to a minion. And then exhaust this card, draw a card, then play that card, paying its cost. You cannot take 1 damage. Interesting. Okay. So how would you all go about building for this? What's up, Matt? Her treachery cards become so strong. Oh, that is so true because she has the treachery cards. Like, let me find one. Spell Blast. If your identity has the Defiant trait, choose one. If you have the Enthralled trait, which we do because we immediately have that Enthralled trait, do both in either order. She schemes with +1 and she attacks you in +1. Whoa. Some folks leaving don't have it yet. Comments. It's not the dev's fault. I love the challenge. Yeah, the challenges are a ton of fun. I think. Well, I mean, like we can try it. Like I think I want to play Spider-Woman first, but then let's try Enchantress with the Hulk with Hulkling and see how it goes. If I was to pick anybody, I honestly Colossus feels decent here because Colossus does not care about getting the extra encounter card. Colossus does not care about healing damage from Enchantress just because he has a ton of damage output and he gets to draw a card, which allows him to fix his 4 hand size a little bit. He discards a card so you're net even. Place 1 threat on the main scheme, remove 2 threat from his side scheme. That could be a little iffy. Draw a card, then play that card paying its cost. He has a lot of resource generators. And then take 1 indirect damage, deal 2 damage to a minion. That would be probably the worst one, especially if you don't have allies out, because that's going to ping your tough. But of the 5, I feel like Colossus is fine with 4 of these, and so I would take that risk. Colossus with Secret Base for insta double toughs. That would be cool. Yeah, the new Secret Base, whenever you flip up, flip down, you get a tough card. That would be cool. I think I want to stick with Hulkling just to play Hulkling more and more because I'm enjoying that. But I think if I was picking a hero, I feel like a Colossus would be a pretty decent one to dive in on with this challenge. I'm curious, what do you think would be the worst hero? Now we have like Valkyries and stuff like that, but I'm curious if there is like a average hero or a good hero that really gets hurt by this. The forced actions are so interesting. I feel like Iron Man would struggle. I feel like Iron Man would struggle a lot just because he already struggles right here at the beginning, and this is just hitting you real quick. So I think Iron Man may have a issue with this. Low hand size hero like Hulk and Iron Man, yeah. I'll be picking the pack up on Friday if your local shop has it. Nice. No idea how you build for it. Yeah. It's a fun one. It's interesting. It's fun because there's like very little tweaks. Then also, whenever you would place a charm counter, you instead add a threat. So someone with very low thwarting could also be in trouble here. Colossus could be in trouble. Valkyrie, I think, is going to just struggle, mainly because she's not going to be able to keep up with the threat. Hulk probably would do the same thing. Iron Man is a little too slow. I think Iron Man may be like one of those heroes that like feels real good, and then this challenge is going to put him in his place. Fury, spell, makes Enchantress scheme. Oh, jeez. Oh, that would be so brutal. Gambit would crush it. Yep, Gambit would be good. Spider-Man could struggle. I think a lot of the low thwart heroes would really struggle because you're placing a lot of threat initially, because whenever you place a charm counter, which happens very frequently, it's like whenever she attacks, right? After she attacks, you place a charm counter. Yeah, so now whenever she attacks, you're adding threat to the main scheme as well. So you're going to have a answer to catch up with that threat. Interesting. Yeah, Peter. Probably a coincidence, but since you changed your studio setup, I really need to crank up the volume on my phone. Is that the case? I switched mics, and my thing says that the audio is right at the same level as it always has been, but I can go turn up the mic if we need to. Phoenix would also do well. Phoenix would do well because she has so much thwart right there at the beginning. Sound is good over here. Nice. So that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Let's do that. I want to play Spider-Woman because I'm more interested in the new stuff. But I do want to play that right after this. Let's go with. Well, I was gonna say let's go with leadership against Spider-Woman, but should we save leadership for Enchantress? Nah, let's do leadership Spider-Woman. The main scheme essentially has an acceleration from the start. Yep. Phoenix would be amazing. I feel Psylocke would like it. The flexibility, being able to switch from where she needs to. Yep, I would like that. That's cool. All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab a refill, and then we'll hit the ground running with a Spider-Woman versus a Hulkling leadership deck and see how that goes. Awesome. See you soon. Cool, cool, cool. Let's build a leadership deck for Hulkling to take on Spider-Woman. And I think I used resistance side schemes for the last game, and I think it should have been registration. Whoops. Because I'm using the resistance side schemes that are suggested in the book. And if you have not seen this yet, the like recommended setup is in the rulebook. So it would say like, here are the encounter deck and the main scheme deck and all of that. So that's in here, but I think I mixed and matched more than I should have. Oops. So we're playing the recommended setup for Spider-Woman. And Spider-Woman, she like gets plus attack based on how much skill counter she has on finesse, and then finesse gets skill counters when treacheries are revealed. So I think a kind of chump block strategy is going to be fairly decent here. I do want to spam Kalu. So after Kalu enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event and then add it to your hand. What's really nice here is that those events, Hulkling seems good. Those events are going to trigger his shapeshift upgrade. The suggested feel kind of like a campaign, and I appreciate that, as campaigns are what you got your play group into the game. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I also want to run Earth's Mightiest Heroes in this deck. I do think that it's going to be something that is just going to be a banger card for Hulkling. 0 cost event, triggering his upgrade and readying seems real good. And Chicken read my mind. Let's freaking go. Regroup and Medlab for recurring within 100,000%. Yes, let's go. Okay, sick. Rapid response. Captain Marvel leadership ally. Rapid response shenanigans. I think I want to lean. We can potentially get there. I think I want to lean more lower cost cards. Or this is the one where we run our doubles. I think we do run doubles here, actually. I think we do run doubles. Strength in numbers is silly, too. For a 3 in the stun, that does seem good. That does seem good. Let's grab our doubles. Just because that feels... This feels like the deck that we could do that. Strength in numbers seems really good, Brant. Strength in numbers seems really, really silly. Let's go 3x, make the call. That seems good. What was it? It was call for aid. What's this? Wait, hold on. Sorry. 0 cost event. Discard. Ooh, call for aid is really cool. That's super interesting. I haven't played Call for Aid in forever. I love it when they design heroes. And like Call for Aid is a decent card. But that feels good. That feels real good. Let's grab our strength in numbers. And honestly, strength in numbers does not really need to be like an optimized strength in numbers, just because it is going to trigger the shapeshift upgrade. Not a huge fan of using Suit Up that way, but it's your best bet to recur. Suit Up is amazing. Maybe not amazing. Suit Up is interesting because we can recur within that way as well. And since we have impersonation, we can get to alter ego fairly easily. That's cool. That's really interesting. Suit Up grabbing Maria Hill in any upgrade. I think it's in this case it's better to grab Within, because Within can grab a double. Maria Hill is just going to draw 1 card. Make the call won't trigger Within. It will not, correct, but it will trigger the shapeshift upgrade. And so I'm going to make the call for Kalu, is kind of my thought. Is I can Kalu go get another event But and then I'm planning on using regroup, which I should grab. Probably go 2 copies of regroup, and then suit up recurs within in Villain Theory's last video. Now it says that we can take any upgrade. Yep, any upgrade that can be attached to an ally. Noble sacrifice for some spice. Nice. No, I think strengthen numbers. We'll see. We need more allies. We need more allies. Let's grab a stinger. Ant-Man. Ooh, we have... Here are our basic cards. We'll probably not run X. No, we'll run X. There's no leadership tribal that we're breaking. Def Focus, Superpower, Nick. I do like Assess. I don't think we need the Quinn Carrier. I'm going with Brant on that one. I don't think we need the Quinn Carrier. We can go Yellow Jacket. EMH. Yes, that's a great call. We want to grab Earth Smite's heroes. So exhaust an Avenger to ready an Avenger. And we have a lot of cards already. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 5. There we go. That is the deck, apparently. White Tiger. We have 3 and 4. White Tiger is so good against the Civil War stuff because we have a stage 4, so White Tiger can draw 4 cards. That's fun. And then what was it, Med? I never remember the name of that one. It's like Med Lab, the one where you can play it from Alter Ego. Med Lab, yeah. So once an ally is defeated by a consequential, you can tuck it under there and then play it as if it was in your hand. Teddy having Avengers Mansion helps as he can get down quick with 6 to... Oh, that's good call. I think we did discuss that, and that's one of the reasons why, as we were talking at the very beginning of the stream, why I want to stick with one hero, because like I did that. I was like, oh, Avengers Mansion. And then we switched to Tigra. And then my mind was just like, okay, we don't have to remember that ever again. Blade and Iron Lad. Do we like Iron Lad here? I think I like Blade, definitely. I want to grab a Mansion. That feels good. 50 card deck. Let's go. We'll grab Blade. Because 1 cost... Allies are silly. Strength and diversity. I think so. We got White Tiger, Blade, Yellow Jacket, Nick, X, Ant-Man, Stinger, Within, and then Kalu, and 3 make the calls. I think we have enough allies. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 allies. Leadership can go 50 in standard and expert 3. I don't think we have expert 3, but yeah, like I think you can go 50 depending on the hero too. Go big on the deck. You'll be tutoring doubles. That is true. That is so fun. Assess still relevant with all your other 0 cost events. I'm down to I think one of the things that I want to do is not run it at some point, right? Just to try not running it to see how it plays. My guess is that it would still be relevant, but let's try without it. Let's grab our last EMH. Go there. Having event options is important. Standard 3 with expert. I got you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 7. 48. I would love Expert 3. Oh my gosh, I would be all about Expert 3. I'm going to check and see if there's anything else that we really care to see in blue. I feel like our allies are fairly decent. I'm just going to look at lower cost events to see what's going on. Moxie, I don't like Moxie. Don't love United We Stand. Although, to a maximum of 3 is such a sad qualifier to add. Mission Command as side schemes are everywhere. We only have like 5 side schemes though, which is like an average number of side schemes. I don't think. Oh, Mission Leader. It's like we'd have to defeat the majority of side schemes after playing it for it to actually play off. Moon Girl. Moon Girl's interesting because he has a double wild. I feel like Get Ready is kind of interesting. Get Ready is really interesting. Just with like Med Lab. Inspiring Presence. Last Stand for a Push. Is that the 0 cost one? No, that's good on swing. What is the Last Stand? Why am my brain doesn't work anymore? No. Oh yeah, because he doesn't have champions. Great call. Inspiring Presence is solid. We did say Suit Up. That could be interesting. We're running Suit Up. I feel like Suit Up's going to be good to recur within. What Digging Deep in White Fox? I don't think he really has. Suit Up doesn't work. Why not? Digging Deep in White Fox. I'm not 100% sure if that works. He doesn't have too much synergy, discard synergy. I have Suit Up in something in Vision's deck. Honorary Avenger for within. I think I'm just gonna put a. I think I'm just gonna put something in there that I will never play. It doesn't trigger shapeshifts, but it grabs within. And within grabs a double. Suit Up with Clarity of Purpose and Honorary Avenger. Yeah. So you go Suit Up. And you grab. We could go Honorary Avenger, Clarity of Purpose. Probably just gonna. Let's grab 2 Clarity of Purposes actually. Because the Clarity of Purpose, I want to play one of them. He has a decent health pool, so we might as well play a Clarity of Purpose. Oh, shoot. My Clarity of Purposes are somewhere, too. There's one of them. They have Vision. They're an Adams deck, I bet. I don't. Super Scroll scares me, so I'm a wimp when it comes to playing Face the Past with Hulkling, I think. Clarity of Purpose. Boom. 100 card deck. Let's go. 2, 4, 5. That's 42, 4, 6. 46 cards. I am very fine with a 46 card strength and number deck. especially with how much tutoring of the doubles we can do. So I think that's where we're gonna land. Let's see what we got. I like Hulkling a lot. Hulkling, to me, is best described as a puzzle, a tactical puzzle, which is just a fun way to play. Okay. In competitive mode, doesn't matter. Also, we're playing with Cloak and Dagger, which were the cards that I got to reveal, which is pretty cool. We're going to grab Self-Propelled Glide. When Spider-Woman would take damage from an attack, reduce the amount of damage she takes by 1 for each skill counter on Finesse. Oh, that's mean. No! Okay. I need to figure out my... Because I moved the fan, but that's dying at 2 hours. That's way too early. I feel like it used to last like 3.5. I moved the fan. Oh, my fan's not actually hitting my camera anymore. That's why. I moved the fan so that it would hit my face cam, and I think when I moved it, it was no longer hitting this camera, my top-down camera. I need to... Now it's hitting me, and that feels very lovely. There was a weird, like, glitch that happened with the camera, and I wonder if it reset the setting that is like, there's a setting in the camera that's like, don't turn off if it gets too hot. I wonder if it reset that. What about Hope Summers? She was good in my digital playthrough. Hope Summers. Grabbing superpower. Yeah, Hope Summers would be really good. Nelson got sent to the Shadow Realm. Gandalf. Yes. That was in the Sorcerer's Stone, I believe. Self-propelled glide is interesting. We got Spider-Woman. Spider-Woman Stage 3, which is where we start when we're playing Expert Mode. The enemy team finds Finesse and attaches it to Spider-Woman, and then whenever she attacks, she gets +1 attack for each skill counter on Finesse, and then after she attacks, you remove every skill counter. Finesse is a permanent attachment that says max 3 skill counters, and then when a Treachery card is revealed, place a skill counter there. She's a 2/2 with 17 hit points. Our superhero resistance turns into Open Rebellion. When a player reveals a Treachery, place 1 threat here. Okay, so we're really looking out for treacheries. I like her treacheries, but I find Self-Propelled Glide to not be very impactful in solo play. That's fair. I can see that. Hulkling. Alrighty. Self-Propelled Glide does have a acceleration icon. So there's going to be a decent bit of threat here. Sometimes it's +1 attack. Are you talking about Finesse or Self-Propelled Glide? Because Self-Propelled Glide is the one that reduces the amount of damage she takes. Oh, yeah. Finesse seems like way less impactful than like Energy Channel. Energy Channel seems way more scary, which is the one that we just played against Captain Marvel, where it gives her like overkill and an additional attack. Whereas Finesse feels like it's going to be like one extra attack into a jump block, and it doesn't matter. But I also don't know if her like cards interact with it. That could be kind of interesting. We get 5 cards. Let's see what we got. Stinger, Blade, wow. Nick, Kalu, and a mansion. Sick. Alrighty, so we're gonna get a double. I'm gonna play. We're going to get a double. That can play Nick and get 3 cards. And that can play Mansion. Mansion, Nick, turn 1. Feels pretty good. Now we're not playing a Shapeshift upgrade, which would be kind of interesting. Oh, it feels like they kind of ran out of ideas. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, like a Nick Mansion opening hand is not awful. We do have to figure out the Shapeshift stuff, though. If I could just go Mansion, not play the Nick, and then see where that lands us. Who needs it? Who does it? Nobody. You got a blocker in better position next turn if you go Nick and Mansion. I think my other option would be to go to Mansion, and then like I could play like Blade and Stinger. Probably not. That's not how that works. I don't have enough money at all. All right, let's go find a upgrade. I'm going to grab Intimidation for him. So many doubles. I'm just like flipping through. Oh, what's the next card? If I had played Mansion, I could have drawn into the double. I would have never done it like that, but... All right, let's go 2, 3, 4 to play Nick. It's going to draw us into Make the Call, Armor Defense, and a Strength in Numbers. That's interesting. Yeah, we'll just drop everything for Mansion. Mansion will draw us into a Clarity of Purpose. Bananas. Okay. Flip up the Hulk. We'll clear Self-Propel Glide. Interesting opening. I think we'll see how it goes. Clarity of Purpose, I'm going to hold on to. I would like to play it. I'm going to have so much money. Oh, yeah. I think it's a fun challenge. Could be a Hulk no form. That would be really cool. Superpower Training is beautiful here because it kind of gets us out of our rut of not playing a Shapeshift on first turn. Med Lab, Def Focus, and a Shapeshifter Strike. Cool. Go 1 here. Spider-Woman's going to attack. We'll block with Nick. Be 2 plus 3. Dang. Alrighty. Bye, Nick. Alright, counter card is Dark Force. Attach to the enemy leader and give them a tough status card. After the attached leader schemes and places threat on the main scheme, remove an equal amount of threat from your leader's main scheme. Discard this card. Okay. So it's a +1 scheme. That's a lot. That's just like a lot of tempo in one card. Because it's a tough status card, gives more threats and removes threat. Like, that's just a lot. Let's go Mansion to draw us into a Alien Physiology. Jeez. Alrighty. Wow. Shapeshifter Strike is going to play a Clarity of Purpose. We'll use a Clarity of Purpose, take a damage, go down to 12. That's 1, 2. Trying to figure out. I'm going to play Alien Physiology and then play something with Alien Physiology. I'm just trying to figure out, do I want to play Superpower Training, Def Focus, or Med Lab? I think potentially not Def Focus. We're going to have 3 resource generators out on the table immediately. And so I can pass, I think, on Def Focus and be a little bit okay. Superpower Training could get us the shapeshift form that we're looking for. Med Lab is kind of the game. So let's use Def Focus and Superpower Training to play Alien Physiology and then play Med Lab. I will knock the tough and we'll stand up. You can play Depth Focus, then discount Alien. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Huh. Good call. Yeah, I forgot that alien physiology is a superpower. So we use Clarity of Purpose to play Depth Focus. Depth Focus. What was my hand? It was 2, 4, 5. I had used Mansion, yeah. But I'm trying to figure out where what my sixth card was because it wasn't Nick. Was it Clarity of Purpose? It was. It was Clarity of Purpose. Okay. So Shapeshifter Strike play Clarity of Purpose. Clarity of Purpose plays Depth Focus. Depth Focus. I think it's about the same. It's just having the resource generator on the table. I think I'd rather have MedLab than the other resource generator. Clarity. Got it. I think I'm confusing myself. So there may be a better play, but I don't know if I'm smart enough to think about it right now. If that makes sense. I knocked the tough, so let's stand up. We've got Shapeshifter Strike, Hulk Shape, Clarity of Purpose, Strength in Numbers, and a Yellow Jacket. Nice. We'll go 1. Spider-Woman is going to attack us for 2. We'll take it on the chin. Plus 2, that's 4. So we go down to 8. Then our encounter card is Containment Immunity. Attached to Spider-Woman. When she would be stunned or confused, discard this card instead. Give her a tough status card. That's a fun way to implement that. She has +1 scheme. So she's scheming for 4, which is terrifying. So I was going to flip down. I don't think I can do that. I would have MedLab and Depth Focus on the table. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Let's go Mansion to draw into EMH. Let's go Hulkling to thwart 1 here. We'll use Alien Physiology to play Hulk Shape, which will ready us. We've got Clarity of Purpose taking a damage. One, 2, 3 to play Yellow Jacket. After Yellow Jacket enters place, your top 5 cards for a upgrade and add it to your hand. 3, 4, 5. Sad. No upgrade. Okay. Got Yellow Jacket out there. We're going to go ahead and attack Spider-Woman for 3 because of her Hulk shape. We're going to go ahead and play Earth's Mightiest Heroes. We'll exhaust Yellow Jacket to ready Hulkling, trigger Hulk shape for 2 damage. And then we'll swing for 3 again, which will take us down to 9. Containment Immunity is horrible if you do not have a Stun or Confuse in your deck. It's a permanent +1 scheme. Yeah. Yeah, that's brutal. That's super brutal. We have a Shapeshifter Strike. I'm going to toss it. I think I need allies. Let's stand up. Got Energy. Impersonation. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's going to let us get down to Alter Ego without needing her to scheme. That's awesome. Okay. Suit up so we can go grab Whiffin. Beautiful. And Shapeshifter Strike. Sweet. We got 2 here. Spider-Woman's going to attack. I'm going to block with Yellow Jacket. It's going to be 2 plus another 3 boost. Man, my allies are taking it on the chin today. And we've got Under Fire, Surge, reveal the top card of the encounter deck. So we've got 1 there and 1 here. We've got Iron Fist. Iron Fist attacks your leader. Otherwise, Iron Fist activates against you. Iron Fist is going to hit us for 3. I don't think I like that. Yeah, we'll just go down to 4. We'll just take it. And then we've got Nowhere is Safe. We're going to place, I never took that off, place 1 pursuit counter. And then if it has any counters on it, discard an upgrade or a support you control. I'm going to go Clarity of Purpose, because I can get Clarity of Purpose back with a suit up. Okay. Wasn't great. Not great, but here we are. Start out with a Mansion to draw a Call for Aid. That's interesting. Let's play Call for Aid. Discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard a Avenger ally. 1. It's like, I know we have Whiffin. There's Ant-Man. Cool. Hulk shape will go ahead and push 2 damage to Iron Fist, because the 3 attack is very scary. I have to thank you for convincing me playing Standard 3. I like Standard 3 a lot. Standard 3 feels better. It just feels smoother in terms of game for me. Okay. Let's go Alien Physiology to play Impersonation. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. If it removes the last threat, we can change form. So we're going to switch down to Teddy. We're going to then go grab a double using his Shape Changer ability to... what do we want? We are going to be switching for sure. I think we want the heal one. So yeah, we'll take Armored Shape. Okay. So we got Armored Shape there. We're going to use a Genius to play Suit Up. That's going to go grab Within and Clarity of Purpose. We can get Clarity of Purpose back now if we wanted to. Okay. Let's go a Energy to play Within. After you play Within from your hand, search your deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event. We'll grab Shapeshifter and add it to our hand. We're going to go ahead and heal for 4, I think, here. We got 4 there. Alrighty, let's flip up the Hulkling. Trying to figure out what I want to do with my life here. I think I want to play Ant-Man and have Ant-Man block, and then I can use Within to Medlab. So if I can go Armored Shape, Shapeshifter, then play Ant-Man with the double. That's my play. Cool. So we're going to use Clarity of Purpose and Shapeshifter Strike to play Armored Shape on top of Hulk Shape. That's going to ready Hulkling. I do have +1 attack, so I'm going to swing into Iron Fist now to take Iron Fist out. I'm going to play Shapeshifter, which is going to go grab Hulk Shape. Also heal me 2 damage to go up to 10. And then we're going to use Hulk Shape to play Ant-Man with 2 counters on him. Within and Ant-Man will attack for a total of 3. Take her down to 6. Standard 3 takes away the anxiety of Shadow of the Past. Yeah. Standard 3 is less swingy. Which, like, gang up can be brutal. Shadow of the Past can be brutal. That's exact. All right, let's stand up. We've got Make the Call, Suit Up, Call for Aid, Armored Defense, and a Strength. Okay, I think... Have we seen all of our impersonations? We have not. Okay, so there's another impersonation coming. So I think we will go ahead and medlab the Whiffin play. So let's start out, go here. Spider-Woman's going to attack us for 3. That's supposed to be here. We'll block with Ant-Man. +2 by Ant-Man. Then our encounter card. Protect the Innocent. Give the enemy leader and each minion a tough status card. The enemy leader was already tough. This gains Surge. Got tough. And each minion a tough status card, which is kind of crazy. Going to add a threat here because that was a treachery and add a counter here. Okay. Beautimus. Mansion will draw us into the impersonation that we needed. Yes. It's so beautiful. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it. Holy cow. Nice. Okay. Within, we'll go ahead and punch this tough status card off. We do lose via consequential damage, so we'll tuck under Medlab. Alien Physiology will play Impersonation. We'll clear here, and we will flip. Let's go grab Hulk Shape, probably, with his ability. And then we're going to use a Strength to play Within from our hand. After an ally is defeated by consequential, place it here. Exhaust Medlab, play the ally as if it was in your hand. It enters play exhausted. And then we're going to go, whenever we play it from our hand, and when we did, we'll grab Shapeshifter. Silly. Silly. Honestly, just silly. Do we have white? Have we seen White Tiger? I think we did see her. We have not seen White Tiger, so we can call for aid White Tiger. Nice. I like the unpredictability of Shadow of the Past because it feels more thematic. That's totally fair. But like you said, the game is smoother in Standard 3, and I like the fact that your Nemesis is tracking you. My biggest complaint on Standard 3 is the increased overhead on tracking counters. That's fair. Yeah. I think, yeah, my personal preference is that it made it better. It's worth it, I think. Okay. Teddy will flip up. We will call for aid. Discard until we get an Avenger ally. Last card of the deck is White Tiger. So we'll shuffle this up. Armored Shape will trigger and heal us for 2. Gang of Ruins Tigra. That's funny. Okay. Hulkling will attack here for 2. Take Spider-Woman down to 4. We will play Shapeshifter to go find Probably impersonation. We will use make the call and armor defense to play Hulk shape. Nope, we can't do that yet. Sorry. We'll use make the call, armor defense, and suit up. Okay, hold on one sec. Let's use those three to play White Tiger. White Tiger comes in, we draw 3 cards. Altman Residence, that's nice. Energy, and a Genius. All right, we got a lot of money, which is kind of cool because we can, if we want to, go into we don't need to. So let's go in intimidation shape to play Hulk shape. It's going to ready us. Then we'll use a Genius to play an Altman Residence. We'll hold the energy. White Tiger and Hulkling will push Spider-Woman. So she becomes steady and then deal each player an encounter card. And then she cannot take damage this phase. Cool. She comes in with 21. Okay. Stand up. Energy, superpower training, shapeshifter strike, EMH, EMH. Cool. Whiffin and White Tiger are ready. We're going to place a threat on Open Rebellion. Spider-Woman is going to attack for 4 plus a boost card. I'm going to take it to the face. If Spider-Man minion is in play, reveal this card. It is not. So we're going to take 4 damage going down to 8. Okay. We got 3 encounter cards. The first one, inconspicuous. When revealed, choose to discard the highest cost card you control, or she schemes. Gross. She would scheme for 4 plus a boost, which would pretty much guarantee that we... No, it would, because we're at 2 because this is a treachery. I'll discard Mansion. 1 there, and 1 here. Cloak. When revealed, place 2 threat on a scheme. It takes us up to 4. Then we got Dark Designs. That's why I didn't scheme, because like there's a potential that we would have lost the second main. So we'll add 1 there, add 1 here. She's going to scheme for 4 plus 2, and that will pop. And then this one gets discarded. And we've got, when revealed, the enemy team searches the encounter deck for 1 side scheme and deals it to each player as a face-down encounter card. Deck and discard pile. So this one will come out immediately. Get an amplify? That doesn't sound too bad. Don't want Defend Hell's Kitchen in there. are out there. I think we'll probably just take the Amplify here. Comes in with 4. Aren't I supposed to Grim Rule these choices? Oh. What I yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. They have not defined what worst is, and so I don't know how to do it. So I think I had said before that I would just discard until we get one. But I think that's a bad rule. Because what's the worst? I can argue every single one of these as the worst. So it's like I don't know how to do it. I guess I could have y'all pick. But I wish they had a different thing because they have never defined what worst is. But like is the worst one that's in the discard pile? Okay, yeah, y'all can pick. But like right, like the worst option could be the one in the discard pile because it keeps one in the deck. It doesn't even matter what it is. It could be one that has a boost icon, or that doesn't have a boost icon. Alrighty, so we've got. I'll let y'all pick. We got Cloak and Dagger. When defeated, heal 3 damage from an enemy leader and give him a tough status card. We got Defenders. Each minion gains guard. Self-Propelled Glide, which is the one that heals here. Neighborhood Hero, which is an Amplify. And then we've got the last one, which is Defend Hell's Kitchen. Threat cannot be removed from this game while a Defender minion is in play with a hazard. Yeah. I was like, so I can argue Defend Hell's Kitchen is the worst one because we have a defender, but I can argue it's not the worst one because it's in the encounter deck and I could draw it. This one, Amplify, can be really bad, especially with the extra encounters, so that could be really, really bad. Self-Propelled Glide, healing is bad. I could probably argue that this one is not necessarily the worst. Each minion gains guard could really slow me down. That could be really bad. Cloak and Dagger, heal 3 damage from the enemy when defeated. That can slow me down. Crisis is bad. I don't know which one's the worst. So I'll let you all choose. Which one of these should we go with? Temporarily the opposite team and trying to make my life as hard as possible. Hazard by default is the worst. I think that's fair. I could also see the argument for Crisis being the worst. It just kind of depends on the situation. If I was the other team, I would probably go Cloak and Dagger or Defend Hell's Kitchen. Cloak and Dagger self-propelled. Yeah, that's kind of where I was going. Defend Hell's Kitchen, you think is going to be the worst one? I was like, Cloak and Dagger. Self-Propelled Glide could be the worst one because I may be able to win this turn, and Self-Propelled Glide would prevent that. Cloak and Dagger, heal 3 damage from the enemy leader and give him a tough status card. She could also take the when revealed into consideration, which is nuts. The rule doesn't. I'm not a fan of the rule. I think I would kind of boil it down to a dice roll, like going forward. Yeah, and the when defeated. So it's like Cloak and Dagger probably isn't the worst one because I think I can win before I don't think I would ever have to defeat it. So it's just weird, right? Defend Hell's Kitchen? What would I give? Probably Defenders or Defend Hell's Kitchen or Self-Propelled Glide. I honestly have no idea. Yeah. I was like, I would probably go Defenders and leave Hell's Kitchen in the encounter deck. That's probably what I would do. I would probably go Defenders and leave Hell's Kitchen in the encounter deck and hope that they grab it. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I think it also just takes away the pace of the game. So I think going forward, what I will do is grab all of them and roll a dice. Just to keep the game rolling, because that probably took 5 minutes, right? Like, ooh, oh, my leg just cramped up. I've been swimming. Felt real good this morning. That was a lie. I felt like garbage. I don't know why I said that. I felt so bad. It's kind of funny. Okay. So we have the Defenders. They have Guard, so we do have to take care of Cloak. That's why I think it's probably the worst. That would have worked really well. Would be like, just go with what is, or just give it like a priority like they do in Sinister Motives. What would you give your opponent? I would probably go Defenders. Because it's +4 health to Spider-Woman. Okay. What are we doing with our lives? We are farmers. Bop, 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 bop. Let's do White Tiger. We'll go ahead and attack White Tiger, or Cloak with White Tiger. Tuck her under Medlab. We will. Now I know it's a good choice because I don't know what to do here. I guess Hulkling will go ahead and take out Cloak. We will EMH, exhaust to ready. Hulk shape will deal 2 damage here. I think Chad is overthinking. There isn't some formula you can use to determine the worst. 100%. I think what we were talking about with like the numbering is just get rid of the worst language and just like say the highest priority number in the discard pile or something like that. Okay, let's go Alien Physiology to play Shapeshifter Strike, 5/7 damage. We got. Why was I ready? EMH. We'll attack for 3 more. Take her down to 9. We'll go EMH to play a Superpower Training for 3. Looking at the 5 schemes, rule out any. Yeah. That isn't it. 100%. It's just because they're PvP. And yeah. Yeah. Because, like, if it's the only card left in the deck, I'm dealing them that card. Because then they get an extra encounter card, too. There's too many factors And like, it's a cooperative. Well, I guess it's not a cooperative game anymore. But in this issue is a cooperative game issue, and so it's like it's fine. It'll be fine whatever we choose. Let's grab an energy, shapeshifter strike, suit up, winged shape. We have lethal and a strength. We'll add 2 thread here. Spider-Woman's going to attack. We'll block with Whiffin for 5. If Cloak is in play, reveal dagger. Deal 1 damage to a character you control. I'll deal a damage to Whiffin, and then Whiffin will take the attack of 5. Then these get removed. Our encounter card. Pheromones. You are stunned and confused. Place 1 skill counter on finesse. Beautiful. Gross. Stunned and confused, and a counter, which is actually 2 counters on finesse. That's kind of cool. The Immortal Claw in the encounter deck, and then choose that. That's great. That's good. Let's go ahead and attack to get rid of stun. We will use Alien Physiology to play Shapeshifter Strike to deal 5, 7 damage. Down to 2. And then Winged Shape will play, ready, and we can attack for 2. That was really good. I really enjoyed... I don't think that the deck is perfect by any means, but I think the idea is very solid. Just the fact that you have just this recursion of Whiffin, which then gets you the Shapeshifter event card, which then gets you a double, feels good. I potentially would go ahead and throw an X into this just to give you that confuse, because we were kind of relying on our impersonations to get the trip down in order to play the suit ups and everything. So I think a Professor X to just give an extra confuse in there would be nice to have, so we didn't have to worry about this. This was also kind of a weird one because we were sitting at like 4 scheme for the entire game, and that was just a little scary. And we could not get rid of this because we did not have any statuses. My face cam died. I can get another camera for another fan for the face cam, but are the shapeshifter upgrades count as changing forms? I don't think so. Because I think forms are defined. So like vision, like change. Yeah. I got you. But like vision, it's called a mass form, and so it's not a form. So it's a shape. So it's a weird. I do wish that like forms had like the keyword form. I think that would clear it up pretty easily or pretty quickly. Cool. Next we are going to go to the weekly challenge. That's right. So we're going to be playing Enchantress with Hulkling. I think. What are we feeling? Do we want to go to aggression? Do we want to play a different aspect? I'm down to try aggression again, or try aggression for the first time. Just to get another aspect in rotation. I would be very happy to play this one again. I've really enjoyed this deck. I'd be happy to go back to protection, to justice. I'll let y'all think on that. I'm gonna go to the Be Right Back screen. I'm gonna see if I can find a fan that I can put on my face cam so it won't die. Let's try aggression. Let's do that, and then I'll be right back. So I'll see you soon. Alrighty, I found a fan. It's super loud though, so there may be some fan noise in the background. So I will figure that out before next stream. I apologize about that, but yeah, let's go with aggression. I could have cleaned this up off camera. That would have been nice, right? But I really like what we're talking about with like a test the defense. I think it would be a lot of fun. My overhead camera, yeah, I just turned it back on, so I poke it every once in a while and it starts shaking. But I was like, I'm just gonna turn it off just to let it cool down a little bit in between. So all the fun kinks that we had already solved with the old setup. Then I also hit the table, and the table is like on a folding table, so that will also shake it a decent bit. I try to be good about that. It's like one of the things that I have to think about the entire time I'm playing is like, don't touch anything. Don't breathe on it too hard. So yeah. Okay. So I think I really like keeping Blade in there. I like Yellow Jacket as well. But I really like the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I thought that was very solid. I thought that was really, really important to have. I did have a Professor X in there. What was I thinking? But Earth's Mightiest Heroes is just a really cheap way to trigger his shapeshift upgrades. It is time to hydrate. Thank you. Yes. Cool. I'm going to cut out Nick. I'm going to go ahead and... Now we'll cut out Professor X. We may add it later, but we don't have to worry about it right now. Make sure that we have all of our cards. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Boom, just like that. We do want the superpower training. I like superpower training with him. I think he's fairly... That's a fairly decent card for him just to get more shapeshift upgrades out and readies. Do we have a mod set that we want to run for it? One modular set. Starts with 16. She is steady and tough. Enchantress mod set and Valk Nemesis set. Ugh. That's so mean. Future Despair side scheme aside. How to play. Touch a random hypnotic gaze. But we'll do that after our deck build. Let's get our cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Put that over there. Put those over there. We'll clean those up later. Boom. She's tough. She had 16 health? Yeah. In the French version, there's a typo mistake on the crown. It says enchantressicity. That's great. Set the future touch a random hypnotic gaze. So we will do that here in a second. Let's go. I like the idea of test the defense. I think I want to try and do something like that where it's like a test the defense and play a lot of really cheap events. It feels pretty good. Is it worth running 2 test the defenses? Test the defense eye? Or just stick with 1? Probably 2. I'm going to go with 2. Hone Tech, I don't think it's this build, but a Hone Technique build with him is really interesting because he gets the ability to tutor a double mental. Multi-talented. You have 2 with a Quinn carry. That's interesting. I don't know if it's this build, but that is interesting. I do want to do that at some point. 2 to 3 is the right amount. Yeah. Aggressive conditioning. Yeah, he has a lot. He has enough reading for aggressive conditioning to be. Let's look at all of our new aggression cards too. Let's grab aggressive conditioning. Savage Strike. 2-gun kit is silly. Air cover. I don't think so. Coup de grace. Let's grab the Holly Heroes. I like that idea. Sunfire. I think I want to probably try and stick with Avengers if we can. Clobber is a thing for his deck. Yes, that got brought up last time, and I'm glad that somebody mentioned that because that's amazing. Chase Them Down is also, I think, really interesting of a card. 0 cost event. Let's grab a Clobber. 2 or 3 Clobbers. 3. One by one. I don't think for the Steady Enchantress, but Press the Advantage would be really good. Moment of Triumph is interesting. Do we... Spoiling for a fight is very solid. But Moment of Triumph. Do we want to... I don't know how many times we're looking at overkill. That's my hesitation on that. I don't know. Is it in my Wasp deck? I'm gonna have to rebuild all these decks. Pitchback with Aerial Form. That's interesting. Cool. Spoiling for a fight. It was cool. Honestly, just like Skilled Strike. Yeah, still going. We're doing the weekly challenge. I like the idea of being able to pitch back in Aerial Form. I just don't want to lock myself to Aerial Form, if that makes sense. Plan of Attack. Plan of Attack is really interesting. I don't think it's this. I don't think it's this build, actually. I do want a few more attack events. I was just going there. I was like, I have a lot of 0 cost non-attack events. So is Get Over here in play? I think 1 by 1. I like 1 by 1 100%. Yeah, let's grab that. Probably just going to go with 2 1 by 1s, but Aggressive Stance is an upgrade. I don't think there are a ton of minions. We also have not picked a mod set yet. We have all the... Oh, yeah, we have all the lackeys. I don't actually know if I want to summon these things. These are mean. I may take out Spoiling. I do want cheap events, yeah. Aggressive Stance lets you grab an attack event. That's interesting. Toe-to-toe. Toe-to-toe scares me. Because pretty much every single minion in there adds threat to the main scheme. Yeah, but like all the minions have like when they attack, you place your charm counter, and then it's gonna add threat, and that That gets a little scary, I think. Precision Strike. Heal some damage. It's interesting. What are my attack of it? What is my attack? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22. I got 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5 attack events. So we definitely need more attack events. No allies. That's a great point. Let's look at our allies. We're running Earth's Mightiest Heroes, so we need allies. Let's go Tigra for 1. Wasp. Hulk. That's 40 cards there. Those are all like cheap-ish Avengers that we can EMH. We also have Yellow Jacket and Blade in there. Iron Lad. I don't get Iron Lad. I think Iron Lad is an interesting deck to build around, but I think Earth's Mightiest Heroes is too good for Hulkling to build around him, if that makes sense. Iron Lad with Hulk is good. Okay, I'm missing something. Why is Iron Lad with Hulk good? When Iron Lad uses a basic power exhaust another Avenger ally you control, add that ally's matching power to Iron Lad. I guess he's a 2-cost ally. He's a 2-cost ally. I mean, like, he's a 2-cost Avenger ally. Iron Lad for Blade? Oh, yeah. Okay. And then he's just a 2-cost ally for EMH. Iron Lad with Hulk is good. Okay. Okay. I like it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 5. We're at 46. Or 41. I'm sorry. 41 cards. I think I want... Yeah. Cool. Iron Lad for the turns that don't have EMH. That makes a lot of sense, yeah. I kind of like Precision Strike. Let's grab 2 copies of Precision Strike and then let's run it. I think an aerial event or an aerial deck where you focus on like aerial events, pitchback, dive bomb could be really interesting. Mean Swing I think is cool. I think I'd probably go, at least in this deck, Skilled Strike over Mean Swing, mainly because I don't have any weapons in Hulkling, but it is a really good card. But I was looking for more attack events because I'm trying to test the defense. Yeah, that goes over there. Alrighty. What's our mod set? Let's use 2 of these. Let's use 2 of the new mod sets. That sounds more fun. I'm just gonna grab them at random. We got the Initiative and Mighty Avengers. But since they're like smaller mod sets, we'll do that. Skilled Strike, yeah. I like Skilled Strike and Hulkling a lot. I think this is kind of the... Grab that one by one. This is the test the defense version of the deck. Hone Technique could be... I think Hone Technique is a very viable strategy, even without Dive Bomb, because you can tutor the double. So you can clobber, all of that stuff. But I also think that he would really like a like mean swing, skilled strike type deck, just like basic attacking, and then EMH to ready. That's probably one of his better builds. If you go like aggressive conditioning, you pump up his attack, you run Earth's Mightiest Heroes to ready him over and over again. Then you also run skilled strike and mean swing with like some attacks, probably like a Yarnborn, so you can just exhaust it and it doesn't matter. And then you go that trigger, yeah, it's a lot of zero cost, and you just have a attack over and over again. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a fun build. That's gonna be a fun build to try. Hulkling has 13 health. Enchantress, we have already set up her health. We're gonna Hypnotic Gaze. We'll roll a dice. We got 2. We start out. You are confused. Otherwise, take 2 damage. Say forced action. Exhaust this card. Draw a card, then play that card, paying its cost. You cannot take a damage. So we have to do that the entire game. Yikes. Alrighty. We got Prime Real Estate. When a charm counter would be placed on an enchantment card in your play area, if your identity has the enthrall trait, which we do, place 1 threat here instead. Got a threat. And we're off. What are you doing there? So this is the weekly challenge that they just posted, where we have to start with 5 charm counters on your enchantment scheme. So they posted a new challenge where you basically start enthralled. So it's going to be terrifying. Because all the treacheries are horrible. We start in Teddy. Okay. 2, 4, 5. Let's see what we got. Got Yellow Jacket, Chase Them Down. Wasp, Chase Them Down. And a Hulk shape. Cool. I'm going to get rid of the Chase Them Downs. I'm going to keep Yellow Jacket. I'm going to toss Wasp. I'm going to keep Wasp. Yeah. We've got a Holy Heroes and a Clobber. Alrighty. Let's go find a double. Got Winged Shape. Armored Shape. We don't have a double lightning. Grab Armored Shape. Okay. Let's go ahead and flip up. I think I want to start with Trance of Greed. Yeah. Draw a card. Play its card. Or play it, paying its cost. I'll use a Clobber to play it. We'll go 2 damage there. Cool. I am going to go ahead and thwart the main. Clear that. Armored Shape will play Yellow Jacket. Search the top 5 cards of our deck for a upgrade. No. 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 Sad. We'll go Holy Heroes and Wasp to play Hulk Shape, which will ready, and then we'll attack for 3. Takes them down to 13. Yellow Jacket will attack for 2. Down to 11. Cool. 100% should have played the form first, then triggered this, because if it was the event, I could have triggered Hulk shape. That would have been smart. All right, let's stand up. We've got a 1/1, spoiling for a fight, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, 1/1. Don't love it. Don't love that hand. Confuses me that air support is not shield traded. We just came from the shield wave. They're just going to leave it empty. Why? Yeah, I think probably it's a balance thing. I think it would be really, really good if it was shield traded. Because then you would have Maria shenanigans going on. Which may not be a reason to not shield trade it. But I think that's probably where they were coming from. Got one here. Enchantress is going to attack. We will take it to the face. It's going to be 2. Deal 1 damage to your identity. So 3 total damage. And then we place a threat because we cannot place 1 there. Encounter card. Yellow Jacket. Does this surge? I think it surges, right? That's what we're going to do. Doc Samson. Guard. When revealed, you are confused. If you're already confused, place 2 threat on the main scheme. Gross. Okay. Well, that's fun. Stupid thing is guard. I mean, I really like the Maria's easy way, but giving her more fair supports would be something I tried. Yeah. The Trance of Greed. It's Altman Residence. Alrighty. I will Earth's Mightiest Heroes to pay for an Altman Residence. Nice. I'm going to thwart to remove confuse. I'm going to use a spoiling for a fight to play a spoiling for, or a 1/1 to deal 2 damage here. And then Hulk smash will take Doc Samson out. Yellow Jacket is going to thwart the main for 2. Actually, Hulk smash is going to deal 2 damage to Enchantress because that gets her on guard. EMH will play 1/1, which will take out Doc Samson, and then 2 damage to Enchantress. So that's going to take her down to 7. Air support should be aerial traded. That would be good. Yeah, definitely, actually. Yeah, 100%. Okay, let's flip down. Or, I'm sorry, let's stand up. And we've got a Clobber, Intimidation, Mansion, Test the Defense, and a Within. Got 1 here. We're going to go 2 plus a boost, which we'll take to the face, plus 2. That's 4 total. And another threat on the main. Down to 6. Our encounter card is a Spell Blast. Yikes. Okay, so she's going to scheme for 3, which will pop us, and attack us for 3, which will be bad. So she schemes for 5. The Crown of Enchantress attachment is in play. Stun each identity. Otherwise, search the encounter deck and discard power for Crown of the Enchantress and reveal it. This starts out with 2. Then we have to go find the Crown. It is time to hydrate. In expert mode, she gains Stalwart. After Enchantress schemes against you, place 1 charm counter on the enchantment side card in your play area. After a player exhausts their identity, each player exhausts their identity and takes the damage to discard this card. Okay. Then she's attacking us for 3 plus a boost. I think I have to defend this, right? Like I can't just hope that it's fine. So I'll defend for 2. So she attacked us for 4. So we'll take 2 damage down to 4. Then we'll add a threat here. All right, this is not great. Cool. Cool, cool. Intimidation shape will play Clobber. So we'll deal 3 damage to Enchantress. So we'll take her down to 4. Then we'll Hulk Smash for 2 damage. Clobber comes back to our hand. Let's go Trance of Greed. Got Test the Defense. We will use a Test the Defense to play Test the Defense. We've got Clobber and Avenger's Mansion to play within. Then we'll go grab Shapeshifter. And I think we're holding Shapeshifter. I don't actually think we're going to play it. Then Within will thwart 2 off of the main. But I think, I think we are in a situation where we are rushing, because I think we lose if we don't. So let's stand up and hope that she doesn't draw an attack. Should we flip down? Probably not. No. Shapeshifter, aggressive conditioning, winged shape. Shapeshifter strike, beautiful. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a armored defense. And armored defense is interesting. When an enemy attacks, deal damage to it equal to your defense. After this attack, give Hulkling a tough status card. I think I'd rather chump with Within. Because I have a push into stage 3 with Shapeshifter. And then we have Shapeshifter Strike, which is 7. And we can play around with it a little bit. But I don't think I want to defend this. I will defend if she gets an extra activation. So we'll go 1 here. We'll block with Within on her attack of +3. Yikes. Bye, Within. Add a threat here. Then our encounter card is Enthralled Lackey with Quick Strike. After this minion attacks you, place a charm counter on the enchantment card in your play area. So we'll take 1 damage and add a threat. Oof. Okay. We're getting there. Let's play Shapeshifter. So search your deck and discard pile for a Shapeshift upgrade. Add it to your hand. I don't know why I thought there was one still in there. We could grab the healing one and start going heal. So that's armored shape. Shapeshifter will trigger Hulk. We'll smash. Put the set aside Future Despair into play and place an additional 4 threat on it. When revealed, place 1 charm counter on each enchantment card in play. She gains Stalwart and cannot take damage. Comes with 6. So winged shape looks pretty decent here now. She has 18 health. And tough. Yikes. Okay. Gross. Trance of Greed. Let's go. Impersonation is kind of exciting. It's very exciting. We will use Wing Shape to play Impersonation. We'll remove 4 threat from the main, and we will flip down. Let's grab Wing Shape back using our ability. Altman Residence will heal us for 2. And we're going to shuffle Shapeshifter back into our deck. Okay. Okay. I think we're going to go into armored shape just because we need some health. I think that's probably fair. Do we heal here? Okay, so our options, we could play. I could recover, go aerial, and start removing the threat from the scheme. I think I really like the armored shape here with 5 health. Though if I'm at 9, I'm feeling better, and having the threat removal does feel good. I feel like a shapeshifter strike to take out the lackey is decent. And then I can use the Hulk shape to knock the tough there. And then I can play winged shape and ready, and then start taking out Future of Despair. I like it. So let's heal for 4. I think that's the right call, Leroy. Heal for 4. Flip to Hulkling. Shapeshifter Strike to deal 5 damage here. Get our first counter on Test the Defense. It's going to take that out. Ready and Exhaust to take the tough there. Then we'll use armored shape to play winged shape, which will ready us. And then we will thwart 2 off of Future of Despair. Can I do the damage on Enchantress actually? I don't know if I can. She cannot take damage. She didn't take damage. This is one of those rulings that always messes with me. She didn't take damage. I don't actually know. I think Tough Card said when you would take damage. Okay, I gotcha. So she wouldn't. Okay, so we'll leave that, and I'll trigger Wing Shape instead to pull this down to 2. We'll just play around with it a little bit. All right, let's stand up. 1 by 1. Tigra. Shapeshifter, beautiful. Hulk. And Death Focus. Tough said if X should take damage, the side scheme prevents taking damage so the tough stays. Got it. Cool. Got 1 threat here. Enchantress is going to attack us for 2. Plus 2 is 4. And add a threat here. And our encounter card is Wasp. Teamwork with Avenger. When revealed, place 1 threat on the main scheme. Boom. Just like that. Cool. I 100%, I'm going to swap this out. I 100% thought Tigra was Spider-Girl for some reason. But I wanted Spider-Girl, not Tigra. Oh, Spider-Girl wasn't she was a new one. Wasp, potentially? Where would Spider-Girl? Spider-Girl came in Tigra, right? There's a Spider Girl in my Warlock deck. I'm going to have a horrible time putting these back together. Alright, so Spider Girl instead of Tigra. That makes more sense. Okay. Shapeshifter. We'll grab Hulk shape. No, we'll grab Armored shape. Wing shape will clear Future of Despair. Okay. Trance of Greed. Spoiling for a fight. That's a bummer. So we got Hellcat with Quick Strike. Yikes. When revealed, you are stunned. If you're already stunned, take 2 indirect damage. Yikes. That's not good. That's real bad. That's real bad. Real bad. Okay. Cool. Cool. You think it's a defend? Oh, because Wasp is also going to hit me. I will defend the Wasp attack, I guess. Oof. Yeah, she does. Okay, that's not good. That's real bad. Okay. Let's play. Use Armored shape to play Spider Girl. Stun and confuse Wasp. Def Focus, and 1x1 we'll play Hulk. Hulk will attack Hellcat. Discard a punch. He'll do additional damage. Okay. Spider Girl will... So we're at 3. We'll go to 4. She's going to scheme for 4 plus a boost, so we lose. We lose if we flip down. So I can't flip down. Spider Girl will knock the tough here. Let's stand up. Yikes. Teamwork only fires on the new minions now. That's right. I forgot about that. Thank you. Good call. Good call. Thank you. I appreciate it. Got 2, 4, 5. Iron Lad, Shapeshifter Strike, Superpower, Chase them down, and an Armored Defense. Cool. Go 1. Enchantress is going to attack. We'll block with Spider Girl. Enough to take her out. We'll add a threat to the main. Wasp is stunned. Encounter card. Mighty Avenger. Resolve the when revealed ability of each minion in play. We'll add a threat here. Okay. Yikes. I will attack to remove stun. Chance of Greed to play Precision Strike. I'll use an Armored Defense to play that. And we will hit... We'll hit Enchantress for 2. Wing shape will remove 2 threat. Then our test the defense gets +1. I'm going to go Iron Lad and Superpower Training to play Shapeshifter Strike to take out Wasp. I'm going to ready and remove 2 threats here. I get a counter on Test the Defense. Then I'm going to play Chase Them Down to remove the last threat there. I'm going to flip down. Altman Residence will heal me for 2. I'm going to shuffle in. It's risky, but I don't know what to do. I guess I don't have to flip down, but I think if I don't flip down, I get cooked here. This is the one-shot challenge. Yeah, what's up? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and grab Hulk Shape and then hold it. Stand up. Got Impersonation, Blade, Shapeshifter, and Alien Physiology. That's 2, 4, 5. We got 1 threat here. Let's scheme for 4. Put a counter, and then a 5th. So we're up to 6. Our encounter card is Enthralled Brute with Guard. While it's engaged with a minion or a player with identity with the Enthralled trait, it gets +3 hit points. Alien Physiology is just in time. Yeah, right. Okay. Very cool. Let's go Altman Residence to heal 2. Takes us up to 9. That feels good. And we're going to shuffle a Shapeshifter Strike, probably. Yeah. We'll shuffle a Shapeshifter Strike back into our deck. Okay. We will use our ability to go grab a double. We'll grab Armored Shape. Perfect. Let's flip up to Hulkling. Let's play Shapeshifter to go grab the last double. And we will trigger a Winged Shape to remove 2 threat to take this down to 4. Okay. We'll trigger Trance of Greed at this point. No, we won't. We will first attack here for 2, because I think we still have a Spoiling, which would be sad. Trance of Greed, which is a Shapeshifter Strike. Okay, that's fine. So we will use a Intimidation Shape to deal 5 damage here. And then we will ready and exhaust to remove 2 threats here. Cool. Nice. Nice. And that's another counter here. I think I want to get Hulk Shape out. If I get Hulk Shape out, I could play Blade. I could Alien Physiology, play Hulk Shape. Then I float a resource. The Thrall is... Oh, the Thrall does only have 7. That makes decisions a lot better. Okay, sick. Thank you. Math is hard. Math is really, really hard. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. We are about to deck, so that's a little scary. I may hold impersonation. I'm going to do that. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to hold impersonation because we're going to add 2 threats here. And then we can impersonation, go down, grab what we need along with an Altman residence, heal. And that makes me feel good. Do I go Hulk shape? I think I go Hulk shape blade, hold impersonation. I think we're too late into the game for alien physiology. Though, alien physiology is really good. And we just shuffled in a shapeshifter strike, which we just played, so never mind. Blade or alien physiology? Blade or alien physiology? I think we're going to go with alien physiology here. Okay, so we'll go armored shape and blade to play alien physiology. Alien physiology will play Hulk shape. Nope, that's the wrong card. That's where I always put my shape. So Hulk shape here. Discarding wing shape. And then we ready and we will attack for 3. So we're at 16. We're going to go down to 13. You can tell that I am getting hungry. Nice. Okay. Let's stand up. We have impersonation. Shapeshifter strike, EMH, and counter card. Interesting. I hope that we draw another ally, because I want to block with Hulk here. I have 9 health. She's attacking for 2. I think we're actually okay. I think we're okay. We can EMH this thing, and maybe swing for Hulk for the win. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, we don't kill off Hulk here, I don't think. Chase them down and a Hall of Heroes. Cool. We'll add 1 threat here. Enchantress is going to attack us. 2, put a thing here. Okay. 2 encounter cards. Alluring Call. Exhaust. Force action. Exhaust this card. Place a charm counter on the enchantment card and play a card from your hand, reducing its resource cost by 1. It's an alter ego action. We can exhaust this to discard the card. And then we've got Kiss of Temptation. Exhaust this card as a forced action to place a charm counter. Draw a card, then discard a card from your hand. Okay, well, that's fun. Can we win? Yes, we can. I think we absolutely can, actually. I think we're not even really that far off. Let's go 3 damage here with that. Let's play a Earth's Mightiest Heroes to exhaust Hulk and ready Hulkling. That will exhaust Hulk shape to deal 2 damage to take us down to 8. And then we will attack for 3. And then we will play Shapeshifter Strike for lethal. Woo! Whoa! That was intense. That was a good one shot. I enjoyed the one shot challenges that they put out. It was mean. It was mean. For the deck itself, the Test the Defense deck, I think could work. I think I was trying to pull it in too many different directions. I think we were not necessarily being able to capitalize as much as I wanted to on Test the Defense. That being said, I think a better strategy or a better build is going to be that skilled strike type. Skilled strike, mean swing, 0 cost cards, basic attack, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, just ready and attack, and just pump the attack as high as you possibly can. I think that would probably be a very good Hulkling aggression deck. You could also go with like a Hone Technique build, just because you can tutor the 2 cost or the 2 mental, which is just so good. Dang. I'm enjoying Hulkling. I'm glad that we're focusing in on just Hulk, because like I feel like I am starting to get a better understanding of his play lines and how you want to play him. Getting impersonation to flip back down and then recurring impersonation with Altman Residence feels like a just really solid strategy. The other like really decent target is just Shapeshifter. That zero cost card is a really good Hulkling card. Yeah, he is really good, Matt. Totally agree. Sweet. Alrighty, so that's going to wrap up the stream for today. I will be back next week. Probably playing more Hulk. I feel like I want to get a couple more games in with him before I put out that hero review. I feel like we're getting there, but like I want to run him in a couple builds, like protection. I want to do more protection. We did the change of fortune, but we never really got to like trigger off change of fortune. And so I think I want to try change of fortune again. I feel like just sitting in the, I don't even know. Like I also want to build a deck where we stay in one form the entire time. I believe that could possibly be winged shape. Just bring him to a 2/2/2, and then whenever you play an event, remove 2 threat. Like that's a very good hero stat line. Like if we had a hero that said 2/2/2 stat line, whenever the first time you play an event, each phase remove 2 threat from a scheme, that would be amazing, right? Like that would just be really, really, really solid. So I think like just building into a wing, and he has aerial at that point. So just build into an aerial winged form build, he would be really good. Run that probably in red and dive bomb, and because wing form, no, yeah, because then wing form is not the one with the double mental, so you can just recur that over and over again to play home technique stuff. That's probably the build that I will build for MCDC. I'll probably do that. I'll probably build a Hulkling aggression deck that focuses on keeping wing form out and then dive bomb minion clear. I think that would be a fun route to pursue. Cool. Nice. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Thank you so very much for spending the time playing some Hulkling. He's so good. I'm excited to hear what y'all think. So if you're watching as like a VOD or whatever, let me know down in the comments. What builds are you finding success with Hulk? I need to call him Hulkling. But what builds are you finding successful with Hulkling? Because it's he's got a lot. He's got a lot going on. I feel like he is very, very flexible. And if you are going to be at MCDC, let me know. Let's get a game in. Looking forward to it. So I will be there probably Thursday evening. I'm staying through Sunday night. So hopefully I will be able to get in a game with everybody. But I'm looking forward to seeing anybody who is going to be there. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody else back probably on Tuesday, Wednesday next week. I'll post my schedule on my YouTube community page. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging out and have a good week. Peace.